Hello, everybody out there on the internet. Welcome to Aimless Filler number 23. I'm Ticketmaster, joined by
RPG Maniac 05
and Gamer 12.
So yeah, we're gonna be talking about what we've been playing and then comparing the games in the air quote displacement year of their consoles, which is like the year that a next gen version of that console from that platform holder is coming out, and being like, oh, so let's have a comparison of what was it like then, what it's like now, and compare and contrast and stuff. And take a look at what was hot back then and what was hot now and stuff. So yeah. Or have things really gotten as bad as we think they are, because we were kind of always right about it. And they kind of have, just saying. At least if you're RPG. But yeah, what you been playing? Who wants to go first?
You said you do.
Okay. So Dragon Quest 6, I had a breakthrough, but then the funny thing happened. I don't know what happened, but I got so far, and then I got to the part where you get to the celestial castle or whatever it's called, Zenithia or whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get to the end of the game and find a final boss, blah 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 blah. So I end up going to some place, and I need to get through a door, but I don't have the key to get through the door. So now I gotta go back and find out where the key is. That I didn't get it somewhere along the way, so I can get through the door, and it's really frustrating.
What put you indoors?
I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, that's that game, and I cannot wait to be done with it because I'm kind of sick of playing it. And then besides that, played some Mass Effect 3. I played. Where was I at when I played? Okay. So I'm about to do the Tachunga level. I did the side quest stuff, but I haven't done like the actual like genophage mission. That's like the next mission, and I always get like teary-eyed and sad on that mission. So I'm trying to get myself ready emotionally and mentally because I always tear up and stuff. So something really sad always happens and it makes me sad. So yeah. And then let's see what else. I think I might play some multiplayer, but whatever. Batman, I played some Arkham City because there's the new announcement for the new Batman game. I was like, oh, yeah, I can feel it. And I was like, gotta play some Batman. So I played some, and I was like, yeah, it's still awesome. Cause it's still, like I say, the best 3D combat game of this console generation. And it got me like the grinds gearing, or I mean the grinds gearing, the gears grinding.
What?
It made me think of another topic for another year when I was
Wait,
like,
where are the gears grinding? That's kind of terrible.
Because gamer, they're like gears and they slide into each other and they go in circles and grind, and then that's how they make their centrifugal force or whatever to like pull stuff.
That is not what? No.
Isn't that, or they spin or whatever? Whatever. My gears are spinning. Yeah.
Just no.
What should I say, RPG?
Just everything about that was just wrong.
I guess I'm the only one that understands gears on this podcast. So.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I think you're referring to a Family Guy reference. What grinds my gears?
Was. Yeah, what grinds my gears?
But that's a negative thing to say.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
Oh well, never mind.
You mean what's lubing up your gears?
Wow, that is okay. Well, this is getting weird.
Gamer. I'm not going to say anything about that.
Alrighty. So, yeah.
What was your point?
So, yeah, it made me think of how it was like one of my favorite games this console generation. I was like, I wonder what I would put on like the short list of games that were up there for this console generation of like my favorites of just like that series just came in, killed it, and I just like,
which
it's
series?
like one of my favorites now, and I cannot wait to like play it every time there's a new one. But the Batman Arkham games.
Oh.
So I was like that, and then of course Mass Effect, and then Portal, and then that was like the short 3, because I think everything else got like 1, and then no more like Mirror's Edge or Valkyrie Chronicles. Because I'd rather have I had 2 and 3 be on console than on PS2.
Don't even get me started. Oh my gosh.
I guess there's still awesome games, even though sometimes it feels like there's no awesome ones coming out. So.
It's because developers hate us.
I guess there's also Left 4 Dead and Borderlands, but whatever. So I guess that's like a top 5, whatever. So yeah, I was like, that could be a topic for one day on podcast, blah, blah, blah. So
I'd have nothing to contribute.
All these new series are terrible. Nothing's better than what's been done before.
It's not that. It's just like you were saying, like some great games just didn't get, console sequels, and they just kind of got lost in the ether. And it's like, oh well. It's like, yeah, everybody loved you, but we're not going to make more. So, too bad, fans. Too bad.
Were you the one that didn't play Super Mario Galaxy, or was that Tropical?
I played Mario Galaxy, so it might have been Tropical, I guess.
That's a sad man, because Mario Galaxy.
Does he? Oh yeah, he does have one. I was just about to say, does he? Of course he does. He owns every console. That would have been a stupid question.
Oh, and then there's some like crazy cheap deals on Xbox Live Marketplace for some reason. I don't know, like who put the acid in the Microsoft HQ, but they totally had some like super cheap
drug
games.
Or the boiling stuff that burns off your skin stuff.
The drug.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense.
I was able to pick up a ton of like super cheap games for like $3 or $5, and one of them was Dirt 2, which I've been wanting to play. It's basically made by the same developers as Grid, which is Codemasters, and it's just like a rally racing game, so that's pretty fun. It's basically like the same quality where it's like really good graphics and really good racing, so I was like, ooh, that was fun. So I played that a bit. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. And then besides that, oh yeah. Okay, there's this crazy indie game I played. Mm-hmm. It's another game I found when I was on Xbox Live Marketplace. I don't even know how I saw it was in there, and I was like, and it made me pause.
It was the acid.
It was. So I saw this game, and I was like, I must play this game. And that game is Shark Attack Deathmatch.
The heck?
And in this game, yes, Shark Attack Deathmatch. I was like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. This game real? It is for reals. Because I played it, I was like, well, it's not the best game. It's okay.
Well, I mean,
not the best
game like Shark Attack Deathmatch, it didn't really sound like it was a gem of a game anyway, but okay.
So I played it, and there's like 3 modes, but you can only play one in the trial, which is what I got. I got the free trial because I was like, I'm not buying this. It's like 80 Microsoft points, but I only have 10, so I'm like, I'm not giving Microsoft any more money in this console generation, so sorry. So I was like, I guess I'll try it out. And so basically, in the survival mode, you just swim around, and you have a spear gun and some grenade. They're not grenades. They're basically blow up, but they're like a really bright flash. I think they're, flares or something, underwater flares or something. And then like...
Flares work at all.
What? I don't know what they're like. They don't kill you when they blow up right next to you, so they just blind you. And it's underwater, so... A charge or something? I don't know.
I mean, you can explode things underwater. It's not impossible, but it's...
Yeah, but I like one blew up like right in front of my face and it didn't kill me or take any of my health away.
Maybe you're made of iron or something.
But yeah, you have a health meter and an oxygen meter, so basically you just swim around with your scuba gear on. And there's like some power, well, they're not power-ups really. You can only pick up like more health, more oxygen, and more grenade thingies or whatever they are. And so you just try to kill as many... Well, the one mode they had is like the survival. So you just try to kill as many sharks as you can. It's actually pretty intense because like when a shark has line of sight on you, it'll start playing like a similar Jaws-esque music theme thingy.
Lawsuit.
So like as like the closer it gets, like the more intense it gets, and then like it's really funny when like it'll be playing and like you'll be looking around and like you don't see anything, and then all of a sudden just like your controller rumbles and it's like right behind you. It's like like you turn, like it's in first person, so it's like you turn around, it's like right there, shark's like right in your face. It's like so I had some pretty intense moments. I was like, this is pretty intense, but I'm not getting scared. It's weird to like usually I would like freak the F out, but I was like playing this game and I guess the sharks are just so big that they don't scare you because you can just like see them, even though like it is just intense to like turn around and be like, there's a giant shark there. So it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I was like, that wasn't bad for an indie game. I might spend this 80 Microsoft points, which is like $1 or something. So who knows, to give these people money and be like, that was such a fun game I played from you people in this weird game. And then like the other mode was like multiplayer, which I'm guessing you just swim around and shoot people, which with spear guns underwater, which is what like drew my axe. I was like, I've never played anything like this before ever. So I was like, I had to try this out. But then it's like, you can't play multiplayer in the trial. So I was like, well, F you game. And then the other mode is zombie sharks, which I'm guessing is similar to...
it's the only thing. Just Why?
Which I'm guessing is similar to Survivor Mode, but somehow different with the sharks that are zombies. I don't know how that works. So
I don't think anyone really does. Why? Just why?
Yeah, they're like, how can we make this game sell? We need zombies, but it's a game about sharks.
Make
Zombie sharks?
Really? 'Cause nothing about that is just why.
I'm guessing that's how that meeting went.
I'm assuming it did as well, but I'm almost sure no one actually thought that out. Because what changes could you really make to the gameplay? It's like what the hell?
You just reskin the zombies RPG. You don't change it. It's like, oh well, now the sharks have more blood on them, or they're like they're deteriorating.
Because that's how zombies work. Yes. So many things wrong with that.
And then besides that, I played some Res for the first time in a long time, and I just like played the whole game because I was gonna upload it to YouTube. Then I was like, oh, I already uploaded it to YouTube, so yeah, it wasn't a waste of 2 hours. It was a nice 2 hours of that was a nice experience to take in again.
What was it?
And then before the podcast, I played some Sega Rally Arcade Online because I hadn't played it. It's like on my giant list of PSN games I need to play because it's like just another piece of evidence I see every time I'm on my console. I'm like, I don't need to buy any more games. I should just stop. I should just stop and take a break and like have like a holiday of, you know what? I think like if I wasn't such an addict, I don't like to say that, but I guess it's the truth. If I wasn't such an addict, I could just take a 12-month hiatus. But that's like unheard of for someone like myself who is an addict. As much as I don't like this.
First step is admitting it, so.
I mean, I could stop any time and take a break and stuff. I've been reading so many comic books right now, and like when I'm doing that, I'm not even playing games. It's like so liberating. But whatever, addict. Maybe I like to go 12 hours at a time. What can I say? It's nice and fun. But that's that. Or I didn't really play too much of it, but it was nice while it lasted. So that is all I've been playing this week.
I see. It's good to know.
RPG gamer, who wants to go next?
I guess I will then. So I'll jump on it at once. I've been playing Valkyria Chronicles 2. Still like stuck on that same mission. So,
jeez,
that's happening. But I think because part of the problem is the way the game is set up because the PSP is far less powerful than the PS3, obviously. So it's like you're limited to only 6 soldiers on each map, and you can only have 5 in the same area at the same time because like usually the maps are broken up into like different areas. So and like this particular map, I want to say it's like broken up into 3 areas, and because you have to defend your base camps, it's like you essentially have to spread out your forces between these 3 different maps, and at the same time you're getting like assaulted by these artificial Valkyria in addition to the other soldiers, and it's like there's only 6 of us against like 15 of them, and they can shoot lasers, we can't. So it's kind of like, okay, what am I supposed to do here? So it's like the only thing, like interception fire kind of helps somewhat because like the gunners can usually take down the regular soldiers without a problem. The artificial Valkyrias are different because they're armored, so it's like it's kind of a pain. And then the boss guy is there too, and he's like some souped up version of them. And man, I'm actually glad they kind of nerfed him because like when you first meet him in the game, he shoots out like a super beam thing. For anybody that played the first one, it's like similar to Silvaria's like her beam weapon thing where she like just shoots at the giant one and like destroys like every tank in the area or whatever. He does a similar thing when you first meet him, but they kind of nerfed him for later missions because obviously if he was doing that during the missions, none of your soldiers would survive. It'd just be a slaughter. So, but it's like he's still strong enough to like one-shot your characters, and when the whole goal of the mission is to defend the base for 8 turns, it's just just not a good going there. And I'm trying to figure out like what I can do to kind of, I don't know, beef up defenses or whatever, because like you can only, because I'm trying to like do class changes for the gunners and stuff, but like I mentioned before, getting credits in this game is so random, so random. So I can play the same mission to get a certain credit like dozens of times and never get the credit I need for that one character, and it's like, well, I'm gonna have to give up. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. It's gotten to the point where it's like, well, I don't have anybody strong, because even if I was like strong enough to like capture the enemy bases to stop them from spawning, the boss guy, he'll just go to a different part of the map and recapture the base, and then they'll start spawning again, and I can't kill him because he's too strong. So I'm like, well, you know what, game, F you, just F you. So I don't know what to do, and I can't even like leave my tank to guard anything because the Valkyria thingies demolish tanks like nothing. So I'm like running out of options. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So I think I'm just gonna be stuck on that mission for a while until like some strange inspiration comes out of nowhere and I'm like, oh yeah, I could just do this, and that's probably not gonna happen because the game is really stacked against you since, like I said, it's like 15 against 6, and we're spread out in 3 different areas, and so I'm like, I try to keep at least 2 people in each area, but yeah, you can only do so much. So, yeah, they're all screwed. I don't know what to do. School's doomed is the only thing I can say to that. So, yeah, good luck with that. I finally found Fire Emblem, which is great. So at least I could take a break from Valkyria Chronicles until then. I found the last copy in the store, and I was all like, yay, I can have it now. So I just been playing that. I was worried that the game probably wasn't going to be worth all the trouble I went to even find it in the first place. Cause I was like, it kind of suck if this game ended up sucking after all this time and like 2 months of searching for it, and it's like, well, this is disappointing so many ways. So, but thankfully that's not the case. So yeah, they introduced like this new dual system to the game. That's DUAL, not like the other one. So where now you can like partner up units and everything on the map, and it gives like stats boost to the person you're next to, or it allows them to do like team up attacks and like defense interception kind of things, where they're like the character that's teamed up with you will jump in front of the person attacking and they'll just guard the attack. But you can either like, it'll either just work by just having the characters next to each other on the map, or you can actually partner them up into one unit, and then they'll move as one unit, but they basically have like the permanent stat boost, and you don't have to worry about moving both. But of course that also diminishes the number of units you have on the field, so you have to keep that in mind too when you do that. But so far I've just been trying to play like matchmaker with certain units, because like as you increase their relationships with each other, it increases the stats boost they get and the likelihood that they'll do like team up attacks in the defense thingies. But it seems like the units with the opposite sex units can go higher in their thing, because it's like it goes from rank C to rank A for the relationship things, but like the opposite sex ones have like a rank S for theirs. So I'm guessing that means yeah, is what that means. So I'm guessing once
I'm gonna defend you from the rear.
Yeah, I'm assuming that means they get serious in their whole thing. So I just figured, like, for any of the units that seem like they've kind of like, because like after battles you can go into the barracks, and sometimes they'll have like little mini cutscenes where characters will talk to each other, and I can like improve their relationship or give you items to boost their stats or something. And they also have like the support conversations like they did in the previous games in the series, where it's like characters that work together during the battle will have like little conversations with each other, and some characters seem to, I guess, I don't know, work better with others anyway than others because of the way the class system is, which there's like a lot of random classes in this game. So I'm going to get to that in a second though. But so I pretty much been, anybody that seems like they've been kind of just gravitating towards each other, I kind of just try to pair them together. So just been playing like a little mini matchmaker on the battlefield in the midst of battle. So got some odd combinations of people there. And that's another thing I like too is because like Valkyria Chronicles, Fire Emblem, the series usually they kind of go out of their way to like give each of the characters a personality kind of thing. So it's like you get a feel for each of their characters, and they're not all the same. Like they're not just a bunch of generic units that you just kind of just throw out on the battlefield. And I think that's partly because of the whole permadeath system in the series. They kind of probably want you to be like, well, I don't want this character to die, so... Which, oh my gosh, either the AI is just smarter on higher difficulties, or I don't know what's going on, but they like to... They'll gladly, like, gang up on certain units that seem like they're vulnerable to stuff and everything. I'm like, I don't remember units being this smart in these games. I feel like... I don't know. I don't know. But it's okay, though, because I've almost had like one character like was nearly dead because they like ganged up on her, and she's like one of the Pegasus Knights or something. And I was like, well, I can't have her die because I need a flyer in the group. And then it's like she had 1 HP left, and then some other guy came up in there and tried to attack her, and I was like, no! But luckily the wizard guy jumped in the way and defended her from the attack, and I was like, oh, thank God, because I almost cried. And I was like, no! And it was too late, and it was like too late into the battle for me to like start over if she did die, so I would just be like, crap, now I'm down to Pegasus Knight. So I was like, okay, so...
I wonder if the game heard you saying, no, it's yep, he doesn't want this character to be killed. Intervene.
I was like really in panic mode, because like each time like an enemy unit, they'll just run up to her, and I was like, no, why are they doing this? And they just like all circled around her, and then there's just like the last person, and she only had 1 HP left, and I was just like panicking at this point. I was like, there's nothing I can do, I'm so helpless right now. And then he jumped in and guarded her, and I was like, oh, thank you. I'm okay now. My heart can continue beating again. So I actually do have those two paired up together anyway, so that...
So now they're gonna make a baby.
They're like my... It's weird, though, because I think he's, like, young, though, because people have been referring to him as, like, a kid, and he looks really young, but she looks like she's at least, like, late teens, early 20s kind of thing, and he looks like he's, like, 12 or something, so it's gonna be real awkward if they do end up, together, because, yeah... But, yeah, that's weird. But I like the duel system though, because it's cool to have like your souped up unit, or your like two people acting as one unit kind of thing, because it's good for defenses for certain characters, because some kind of don't have ways to defend themselves. Like early in the game, there's the one girl, the main character chick thing, is a cleric, and it's like she's just basically a sitting duck on the battlefield. So eventually, I was able to level her up enough to change her class to a war cleric, so now she carries around an axe, so she can... I just started pairing her up with the thief guy. Was it the thief? No, it was the archer. The thief is with the dark mage chick. Yeah, that's what it was. But yeah, she's paired up with the perv archer guy, so it's like now he can defend against like the faraway units, and she has her axe thingy and can heal stuff, so they're all together now. And with the class changes now, it's like some of them can be, I guess, changed into... I mean, there's like a usual class tree, but they added like a second seal thing where now you can kind of like reclass them as something completely different if they're like high enough level, or if they're already like an advanced class. So it's like, for instance, if you had like a mage who was level 10 or higher, or was already like a sorcerer or something, you can change them into like a paladin or a Pegasus Knight or whatever the hell they have up in there. So it's like you have options just in case you want to like keep their skills but on a different class thing or something. So there's that as well, which is cool, because I've only used the class changes like twice so far, and that's just to turn the one cavalier guy to a paladin, and then the one chick to the war cleric thing, because it's like they seem to be like rare to get those master seals, and I don't want to just use them all willy-nilly, but some of the characters are already pretty awesome anyway. Like the one guy you get during the story, he basically like murders everything he walks next to, so I'm like, well, don't really need to change his class. He's already pretty much a walking death machine, so I don't know. So I just paired him up with like the were-rabbit lady, and they've been having a very not happy time together. So that's weird. They're weird. They also have animal people, by the way. They exist. Like the were-dragon and the were-rabbit lady. So there's that.
Whoa. Were-dragon? So is that like...
she's called like... Well, I think the species is called like Kate or something. Either because like when she initially there was like a mission where it's a story mission where she comes in and she's like being chased by like this mercenary guy who actually turned out to just be trying to protect her, but I guess she
I remember they added the were people in the GameCube one, didn't they?
They did.
I thought that
had,
was
like,
so
the
weird.
Birds
I was like,
and they turned into birds and stuff. Yeah, it was kind of strange. It was like, what is happening here? Because when she joined, I thought she was like a mage or something. Because like her character model looks just like a kid mage kind of thing. But then, like I noticed that like one of the weapons she's holding is called a dragon stone. Because the other lady uses like a beast stone or something to change the giant rabbit thing. So I just assumed, I was like, oh, what's this? I went into battle and then she like gets surrounded by like this giant flower thing and then she just like burst out of it and she's like in dragon form or something. And it's like, oh, she can turn into a dragon. That's convenient. So so I've been keeping her paired up with the mercenary guy that she was introduced with because they seem to get along fine, so why not? And then, yeah, like I said, there's the rare rabbit people, which I think she says she's the only one left or something. At least I think she's a she. She looks... It's weird. I don't know. It's like her character model looks like what I... She looks very similar to, like, Fran in Final Fantasy 12, but her voice actor sounds kind of male. And I was like, I'm not sure if it's a guy or a girl. But then, like, when she's transformed into the rabbit thing, her voice is just like a distorted female. So I didn't know. I don't know what's going on. Because they also thought that one war monk guy was a chick, and it's actually a guy. So that was awkward. Because he was like, because then he was all making it. He made it even more awkward because he's like, imagine what would have happened if you didn't find out. And it's like, this is just fantastic, sir. You're a perv. That way, but yeah, it's weird. But I've been playing the game on hard mode and just playing it the classic way instead of doing the casual. I for sure just did casual mode, so then I wouldn't be so worried about characters dying and stuff. But man, because now I get all worried anytime I go into battle, and it's like, oh no, someone's gonna get ganged up on because the AI seems to be a bit smarter than they should be. So there is that. But it's okay, though. I can manage. It's all possible and stuff. But, that's pretty much all I've been playing. So, yeah. But next week, though.
What's next week?
Soul Hackers and Pandora's Tower.
Damn, you have a full plate again. Hilarious. You were still like desperate for something, then you finally got it, then
everything's coming out at the same time.
Coming out.
It's like, so yeah.
Well, I finally decided that I won't play console games for a month. I'm gonna stick with my portables. I don't know, because I was looking over the RPGs I already told you the list of, and like I was about to start Valkyria Chronicles again, but I was like, you know what, I have a ton of portable games I still have to finish. I was like, yeah, I'll just switch over. So I popped in Resident Evil Revelations, and I finished that. I didn't know how... I couldn't imagine that I was that far into the game, so I finished it in like 2 sittings. I was like, oh, wow. I was that far from that, and I don't know why I didn't finish it. Weird game.
It is Resident Evil, so...
It's like it takes place before Resident Evil 5. And it has like no bearing to what was the company's name? Cell? Oh,
Tricell.
Tricell or Umbrella. It has something to do with this.
There?
Well, there's this Veltro group, but then all of a sudden they get wiped out. So it's like I don't know who was left. Like there was this weird cutscene at the end with 2 characters that were secretly spies, and they're both talking to each other like blah 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 blah. But I have no idea who the fuck they were working with. I'm like, okay, that was a weird interlude cutscene there. I don't know. Game was okay. It was like it's weird because like you would think a cruise ship, they would actually design a cruise ship for this game, but when you're going through the game, you're just going through like just hallways. You don't barely go into any rooms unless it's like important. Like you come across
Why would
like
you be going into the rooms though?
no, because like a cruise ship, like that size of a cruise ship has some pretty big like rooms, like a ballroom or whatever, or like they have a ton of like bedrooms and shit. But you've never
How
come
would you go through any bedrooms though? That doesn't seem like it would make any sense.
to look for bullets.
I mean, why would any of the guests on a cruise ship have bullets? I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to have guns on cruises.
No, I mean like the cop area. Cop station. I don't know. It was just weird. It was just weird seeing like the casino was like one small room with the entire cruise ship. It's like, really? There's not really a big ass ballroom where everything hosted. There's no swimming. There's a swimming pool, but it's like all of a sudden, there's like some disease all over it. I'm like, that's kind of weird.
Ew.
I don't know.
This is why you don't pee in the pool, kids.
It's like there's this game that was made by Ubisoft. It was like released for the PS2 and Xbox. It did a much better setting on a cruise ship. I forget what it's called though. It's like something Dead something.
Dead Aim?
No, it was made by Ubisoft.
Oh, I was thinking of the Resident Evil game.
It was like it's raining too. So.
Oh yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah.
It's like the zombies.
Yeah, the zombies.
That one. I'll look it up.
I have no idea what that is. I think you just made that up.
I don't know. They had this weird twist to the game. There's like, really? There's something like that on the ship? Like, that makes no sense.
Like what?
There was like, so you guys don't mind if I spoil it?
I'm not gonna play it.
I'm gonna play the next gen.
Oh, the next gen. There's this weird twist. Like, really, this is really on the cruise ship. Really, on all 3 cruise ships. Like that's, oh my god, seriously, people. But then like there was this really cool segment, like towards the end of the game. I was like, oh, that's really different from any other Resident Evil games that you had to do. So that was pretty cool. But other than that segment's like, yeah, it's a pretty generic Resident Evil game. I mean, it's better than any of the other shitty light gun ones, but that's pretty much it. But yeah, that was fun. So, game finished for 3DS. The second game I finished on 3DS, so that's cool.
Disappoint me.
So maybe next is like, I'm gonna, for Nintendo portable systems, I'll be playing Professor Layton. I'll be trying to finish the third one, the time travel one, so.
I don't think is that the one with the unwound future or
something? Yeah, unwound future. Like that? Which is weird because I bought Last Spectre and the 3DS. I have both of those copies next, so.
I haven't bought those.
So,
I'm hoping
on my way.
They localized the Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney one.
I know, that could be a hard sell. Like, I don't know who's gonna.
Would it though? Because I mean,
if they would release it, who would publish it?
Series.
Would Capcom publish it or Nintendo?
Capcom probably would.
Okay. I don't know. We'll see. Well, Capcom, yeah, they don't listen to anybody.
Because I mean, level 5 is. I mean, they don't have any like. They don't have to like. They're not like tied to Nintendo.
Yeah, they're just developers.
Man, so Capcom can do it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like if I ever come across a game, I'd rather just play it for the because I've never got into the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney series.
Oh.
So the only thing that would intrigue me about that game is the Professor Layton stuff.
Oh, because I played those and they're kind of interesting. They have a strange play style or something, but I don't know, I guess because I do somewhat like adventure games and stuff, so there's that.
Man, I do like watching like cop shows like Law and Order, so maybe I could get into it, but it seems so anime-ish that it might not.
Hilarious.
It might not come across that well. So maybe I'll try. Maybe the first one. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to find them. You probably have to find one of the more.
I thought you reprinted them.
Did they? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, I beat that. So then I transferred over to Vita because I'm really abandoning the system. So I play a bit of Assassin's Creed Liberation.
Ew.
That game is so much better than the PSP shit version. Bloodlines. Oh, God. But this really feels like a true Assassin's Creed game compared to that one. I like that protagonist.
I kind of just got burnt out on 3, and I was like, because I started playing Liberation, I was like, yeah, I don't think I want to play Assassin's Creed anymore. So
I think enough time's passed for me to play another game. So another game in that series. So I was like, yeah, enough time has passed.
Oh,
because
yes.
I still play I've been playing the DLC for Assassin's Creed 3, and it's still so stupid. I have no idea why this was greenlit or why this was made. I don't know. It just makes
money.
no sense. It makes no
just
sense.
Eating it up.
Money.
The Liberation, the only thing I don't like about it, it's like storyline is so disjointed. Like I have no idea what's happening or what's going on.
It's funny because I think Tropical told me that before I started playing. He's like, I don't know, you might understand it because you play all those RPGs and stuff. But he's like, the story's really like all over the place and strange and convoluted. And I was like,
it's like all of a sudden, okay, I'll give you a scenario. Oh, you're in the bayou and you're trying to help this local guy rise up against his mentor or something. So you kill the mentor. Then all of a sudden you say, "Oh, I saved you," and then all of a sudden the game goes 3 years later. Like what? What the fuck happened? Then allegedly there's like these hidden scenes that you could extend the scenes that you've just watched, so that there's more to them. But the thing is, you have to find them using Eagle Vision or whatever.
yeah.
But it's just like why? Why not just show it to me in the first place, like what's happening?
Because then
How can we pad out the gameplay?
Pad out the game.
You can't.
God. But I like it.
Assassin's
Like
Creed games should never be padded because they're already kind of borderline boring with some of the stuff they do anyway. So it's like you might want to be careful with your padding out stuff.
I felt that 80% of the way through Assassin's Creed 2.
There was this one mission
Why am I playing this game?
I recently just played last night where it's just you have to go to point B to kill someone from your Assassin's Creed base. So you kill the guy and it tells you go back to base. So you just go back to your base. Oh, mission complete. What the hell? Why not I just killed the guy. Oh, mission complete. Just tell me that. I don't have to go back to point A from point B just to say, oh, I completed the mission. Man.
What if you got shot on your way back to base? Then your mission wouldn't be complete at all. You'd be dead. So yeah, think about that. I don't know. I don't play Liberation, so.
Well, yeah, I like it. I like that it's an Assassin's Creed game, but the mission structure and how everything is displayed is like totally weird. And like the biggest production grab I have, the sound is shit. Holy crap! It's like so muffled, and it's being like displayed at some low frequency, even lower than like this podcast. Where it's like,
thanks, gamer.
No, seriously, podcasts like the bit rate is higher than what's in Liberation. Seriously, it's so muffled and so middle. It's like it was made for like a cell phone or something. But then all of a sudden, oh, this is ported to Vita, so that's what they did.
That's probably what actually happened. So yeah,
oh god. But yeah, I still like it because it acts like an actual real life console version. So
I think
it's just a bit rough.
The Vita though.
Yeah.
Simulate console stuff.
Then I played some multiplayer, Mass Effect 3 multiplayer with some randoms, and man, I would hear the weirdest stuff when I played with randoms. Like yesterday, I was playing with 3 guys, 2 guys and 1 girl. They were all with mics. I didn't have a mic because I was like so lazy. But there's like, I was like, man, this is really weird. Like there was this one guy. Oh, you have done big tits, girl. Like,
this sounds like gamer talking. Someone.
And then, like, I saved someone from getting killed by a brute with a missile launcher. And then the girl's like, oh, he saved your ass. Well, I think he likes you. I'm like, what? And then people.
This is why I like playing multiplayer with people I know.
Weird ass.
Kind of a waste of a rocket launcher. Just
it is not.
Yes, it is.
I do it all the time.
No, it was like wave 10, so I was like, I have to save
that's acceptable then. If it's on like an objective wave or a extraction wave.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That was fun.
Actually, it's funny. This one time I was playing on 360, and there was like these. It wasn't birds chirping. It sounded like clucking, and then like one of the other person, like okay, it was like one dude like that was his mic, and then like the other dude was like, "What's that noise?" And the other dude was like, "I live on a farm, dude." And I was like, I just started laughing. I was like, "Oh man, I
Well, I mean, they have to keep themselves entertained too, I guess. So.
I was like, man, I wish I was recording this. That would have been golden.
No, like, I bought Guacamelee. That's pretty fun so far. It's an easy brawler, like the 2 hours I played, so it's not that difficult, but it's like a Metroidvania / brawler, so that's kind of cool.
Like Streets of Rage from back in the day?
Almost, but it's just on a 2D plane. You don't move up or down.
Oh.
What? How is it Metroidvania then?
You get powers that you can access different areas. So, like,
okay.
let's say there's a yellow block. The only thing I could destroy that with is my headbutt. Once I get the headbutt, I could access those areas and get more powers.
So is it only like left and right scrolling?
Left, right, up, and down, yeah.
Okay.
And the combat's okay. It's nothing complicated, but it's fun.
Are there bosses, mini bosses?
The only one I came across so far, it was a awesome homage to Super Mario Brothers, where the guy's chasing you, but then at the end of the road, there's like the axe looking thing in Super Mario Brothers. You step on it, and then the bridge. And the bridge falls out under the boss, and like.
That's funny.
And like you're gonna go to the next screen where there's like the enemy woman. She's like, "Oh, the princess is another castle." That's pretty funny. Like there's a lot of memes and in jokes from the inner jokes in that game. And there's a lot of indie developer. What do you call it?
Homages.
Yeah. Like a shout out to other indie games, like the Castle Crashers poster, or like there's a the Rage Comics poster, or whatever. Yeah, kind of weird, but it's fun. I like it. Beautifully animated, though. Jeez, it's amazing that they're able to pull this off just on a small title. So pretty cool. I like it a lot. And that is pretty much it. I gotta say, man, my excitement for Bioshock Infinite went a little bit down after I watched that 15-minute demo from 2 years ago. It is totally different. Holy shit!
Well, to be fair, it was 2 years ago. I mean...
No, it really is a different game than what they showed 2 years ago. It's like they totally rewrote everything again. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I think they did mention something about that though. Before
oh, they did?
It was released or something, that they had to change a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I think they changed everything.
So even like the part where like you flash back into the future, is that different or? Is that
that's different because it's in a different context. Because in this game you see the exact same scene, but it's not as dynamic where you get to step into that dimension where you just see it, but you don't really step into it. So that was kind of disappointing. So like they couldn't really go that far, and Elizabeth is not really like in the 15-minute demo. She's telling you stuff like Booker to your left, or oh, there's enemy coming, right?
Yeah.
In the main game, she doesn't really do that. She just cowers in a. She only talks to you when you run out of ammo or health. Like, oh, Booker, here's some health. Booker, here's some.
Booker, you're
ammo.
dead. It's like, thanks.
Booker, you're bleeding.
It's like Trauma Center all over again. It's like, shut up, just help me.
Oh my God.
It's like the vitals are going down. I know, I can see that. Don't you grab a damn syringe?
Like there was a enemy type where this guy was blowing, like he serves as an alarm, like in Crysis or Far Cry 3, where they shoot the flare up into the air. There was this enemy type in the 15-minute demo where if you don't shoot him, he's gonna shoot up that flare, right? They don't have that enemy type at all in the final game. Oh. So I wonder if that. And in this 15-minute demo, the stage he was in was huge. and it seems like they in the final game they cut the levels up accordingly.
That's probably the only reason why they were able to release it now. Then maybe they were worried it wouldn't get released like this year or something when they were doing it. And it was like, wait a minute, we're not on track at all. So they had to change a bunch of stuff to make sure they made their release window.
Yeah. Or they had to make Columbia seem big, because in the final game, Columbia really feels huge. But in that 15-minute demo, it seems like you could travel the entire length of Columbia in a couple seconds. So I think that's what they had to re-engineer the game to make it feel bigger than it actually was intended to be. So, but I still, still a good game. It's just that watching the 15-minute demo was like, holy shit, they cut out a lot of stuff. But yeah.
It turned out better than Colonial Marines.
I think they're both bait and switches, but one was much more satisfying to play.
I can guess which one it was. But I don't know. I think that's part of the problem whenever like developers or whatever show off their games like really early, because then it's like
true.
Things are bound to get changed and cut in years of development, and it's like, oh, now it's like, yeah, you're all excited about this, but it's half of it's gone.
Because I don't mind if they show like a target, like render or a prototype version of the game, like the first time they show it. But then when they show the game a second and a third time, and then even those times, the game is still different from those times. Something's technically kind of wrong. It's like, what the hell happened? I don't know. It would make for a great postmortem for sure. I want to read and listen or whatever to figure out what happened during the development of the game.
Just tweet Kevin, where'd that even come from? And he'll probably make something. He'll respond to you. He seems like he does that.
I don't want like a 140 character thing. I want like
I meant like
30 minutes to an hour interview with like probably
tell him that you
members
want
or
probably.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we can get that going. Get a blog or something.
Well, hopefully for next year GDC they'll have something, because that'd be so interesting. Well, like they took 6 years, but then it seems like they only actually took 2 years to make the final game.
6 years?
Yeah, from BioShock 1. Yes.
Oh, but that doesn't mean they were developing Infinite since then, though.
Yeah, pre-production to its final game, 6 years.
Really?
Yes.
Weird.
Weird indeed.
Maybe it's because they released the other two BioShocks in that time frame that it wasn't really noticeable or something. Yeah. Maybe that's what it was, unlike Square Enix and their 6-year development time for 13.
Well, we got to applaud them. They at least released their fucking game, compared to some other people, like you said, like 6 years. It's like, come on, where's the results? We just saw like, 2-minute demo?
Yeah.
When you think about it like that, you can see like why Valve or Blizzard has like a done when it's done motto, and it's like, we're not even going to show the game until it's done, because then we don't let people down.
I don't know, it's weird because like
keep asking for it though still.
When people have hacked Steam, they hack Steam like what's coming up on Steam and so on. Like, that's why a lot of people are getting hyped up, because they're supposedly going to release like Castlevania Lords of Shadow on PC, the original one, because it has all Steam achievements. But there was a weird thing where Prey 2 has an achievement list, but it's like, that game it's not even previewed or released, so that's kind of weird.
Or is it?
That's a good point.
It has like everything too. It's like complete stage 1, has all these like weird things you do, achievements, like collectibles.
Maybe it's like
shit.
A placeholder or something.
Maybe. That's kind of weird. I don't know. Just show your game once. Remember what Batman Arkham Origins is doing. Just preview it. Months later, the game is released.
Yeah, because
I like
that
the
better.
whole like non-slow burn of just having like here's the game, it's out in 6 months or
Yeah,
whatever. Like
'cause that's always
Syndicate,
nice.
that was like the first one I did it where it's like that's coming out like 6 months. It's like holy crap, that was
Kind of
pretty cool.
And it's a nice little surprise too, because it's just like, I don't
Yeah, you don't have to
so
wait
long
for
for
it.
this. Yeah, it's just like opposed to like them showing it. It's like, so yeah,
It's
we're
like-
probably like 5 years from now we might release it. So
Or see it at E3, it's like holiday of next year or 2 years from now.
like, I don't want to
It's
wait that long. Why would
Yeah,
you
it's
show
like-
me this? Like, what the
Well,
hell?
the thing is, like, some games where they do it, like Final Fantasy Lightning Returns. I was about to say 13.3, but
Well, that's what it is.
they showed it, but then it's gonna come out this fall, so
It is.
that's
but
kind of cool. But I don't like it.
same time, 13
sequel.
came out last January. So
I wish they would do that with their other products, like show it and then release it. Because like when they showed Versus or when Sony showed Last Guardian, it's like, holy shit, we're gonna play this, holy shit, and like, where's it? When is it coming?
I must say, it's been 6 years or 7 years now, and it's like, so about that game you showed me 6 years ago, whatever happened to that?
That's why
So then-
like it kills me for Last of Us because like they showed it, VGA's 2010.
Was it that early? Are you sure?
Last VGA.
I think it was that early. I think they might have like
2011.
yeah. I was at no, it couldn't have been.
That's
like
still that's 2 years ago.
But I don't think they didn't like show it though, did they? They kind of just teasered.
It was
right?
a reveal.
I guess. But I mean, although I think at the time though, weren't they like shooting for a 2012 release though? At the time when they revealed it though, and it just got pushed to this year or something, because that could have been what happened to them. Because I could have sworn it was supposed to like release last year.
They showed a release date by the time the 2012 VGAs came out, but then they pushed that back to May, and then they pushed it again to June. So fuck.
Hope you don't push it back again before. That would make you sad.
I know, right? It's like there's nothing else to play. What the fuck?
Well, nothing else for you anyway.
Well, I am playing games I bought at full price, and now I think I could get them for cheaper. But man, I should have waited to buy this.
I think about that too, because I'm like, if I buy a game now and then it's like I don't play it, then I'm like, well, I could have just waited and played and got it when it was cheap. So that's why I always don't like these. That's part of the reason why I don't like these clustered release dates, because it's like, well, am I gonna actually get to play all these when they're all coming out? Should I just wait for one? But then what if I can't find it later? So
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm scared of. What if I can't find this game later on? Sure, the thinking, I'm gonna get it cheaper, but what if it's gonna be like a Xenoblade Chronicles where you can't even find it anymore?
Basically, unless it's like $90 or something somewhere, it's like, oh, should have hopped on that.
So
when
that was the total opposite of what I was going towards.
Yeah, seriously.
So it's like, I'll just buy it now and just hang on to it, even though.
I think in that case it depends on the publisher though, because if it's from like EA or Activision or Ubisoft, you don't really have to worry.
You could wait.
You can just wait 6 to 12 months.
Yeah, I was saying you'll be alright.
Like even Borderlands 2 is like super cheap on PSN right now.
Oh, did you see it? It's like for both games, it's like $30. Jesus.
It's like 20 on PS or 30 on maybe it is 20 on PS Plus with like the discount for Borderlands 2. I was like, that's crazy.
So it does depend, especially if it's like Capcom or something too, because they're notorious for their.
Yeah, Dragon's Dogma just went to 20 at GameStop this week.
Oh, well, that's because they're releasing
the
a
new
game. Yeah, so that's probably.
Out.
I'm just saying, it's also like Capcom.
Because Jenna was all telling me, she was like, "Why didn't you get?" And then when that got announced, she was like, "Great, now you have no reason to get it now." So I was like, "Yeah, I know." See, because every time you wait, it's like they'll release something else, and it's like, well, good thing I didn't hop on that when it came out, because now they have the full.
That's a Capcom problem. That you don't know what the hell they're gonna do.
Yeah, like Street Fighter.
Look, you could have bought Revelations for 3DS, but you never knew they're gonna release an HD version of it.
Yeah. That's why I don't trust them anymore with like anything that is like.
It's still
at all.
The price for that is a crime. $50. What are they thinking? Like Jesus.
They're thinking money.
Nothing. There's nothing wrong with goodwill. $30.
There's nothing wrong with goodwill.
You're funny.
Unless you're Capcom.
Just something. You're funny.
And then you take that goodwill and shove it because we only want your money.
I'm actually surprised DMC didn't get like some souped up release or something.
It's been 3 months. Game of the Year edition.
So I know it's like it's been 3 months and no announcements. That's surprising. Everything else is it's like the week after something comes out. It's like, so the Super Gold edition we're releasing now. It's gonna be out in the summer. So good luck with that.
Well, I think the thing with that is like if you buy something at like the front half of the year within the first 6 months, if like you can still find it, you shouldn't be having trouble getting it like cheap at the end of the year. Whereas like the end of the year games, you can just wait for like Black Friday deals or like holiday deals, where it's like you can get them super cheap. Like I got XCOM.
Well, it depends because some Black Friday deals aren't. It's like they aren't as awesome as they used to be.
Well, I'm just saying like there's more of a chance of you getting like awesome deals on like later half of the year games, like the front half, because like they'll drop in price, but they might disappear too. So
this is what
that's
happens
like
to my rare titles. Because damn you, Atlas, just damn you. I love you, but seriously though. Because if I miss out on pre-ordering something, be like, oh, never gonna see that game again. So which reminds me, I have to go pre-order SMT4 now because apparently that's getting released this summer. So, yeah. Sigh.
You know, I know. I bitch about how games should be releasing now because there's nothing coming. But you know, I kind of at the same time I kind of like this lull because I could really kill my backlog. Left and right.
Have a really big one because you buy like everything. So.
No, I mean once I finish the Sunscreen Liberation, I'm pretty much done with Vita stuff. Because I still have Virtue's Last Reward, but I still have to beat 999 first. So
Virtue's Last Reward.
I'm good. Vita, I'm done, kind of done until October rolls around. So.
Well, Soul Sacrifice comes out at the end of this month, so I'll have that and then I'll probably just pick up New Lord King Story after I'm finished with that. So. That'll hold me for the Vita stuff anyway.
Oh, did you update your Vitas? Or Vita?
I did.
The folders are amazing, even though they're kind of shitty implementation, but man, having everything on one screen is, oh god, so good.
I mean, I didn't mind scrolling though. It wasn't like a big deal, especially since everything's touchscreen anyway, so it wasn't like really all that bad in the first place.
Yeah, well, to have everything in one place, like all my PSP games are in this bubble. Yeah. All my like Vita download games are in this bubble.
I mean, yeah, it makes more sense now, but yeah. But now it's nice. But it's not like I have a whole bunch of stuff on my Vita yet anyway, so it's not that big of an issue.
Yeah, that's all I've been playing.
Yeah, and the name of that game Gamer was trying to think about from Ubisoft that was on the boat was Cold Fear.
Yes, Cold Fear. God, that was a good game. I liked it.
I didn't play it.
Didn't people call it like Resident Evil 4 on a boat?
Yeah. Oh, they call it a shitty version of Resident Evil 4 on a boat. But I enjoyed it for what it was. Like, it was okay. It wasn't terrible.
Is there an escort mission on that too? Seriously, Resident Evil 4. Ooh, Ashley. Ooh.
I know RPG. I would call that the best escort mission of all.
Gosh, that was like the most annoying thing ever. I'm getting
kicked in the
leg. Seriously? Again?
I thought it was hilarious. And if there was like an unlockable where she wears like an armor, like a piece of like an armor set, so that when people try to carry her, they can't really carry her because she's too heavy.
That's great. I wish I would have had that because seriously, every time I turned around, she's either getting kidnapped or standing in front of my shotgun. It's like, well, this is not helping me at all. Way to be in the way. Worst game ever. Right next to Chaos Wars.
What about Baroque?
I just don't. I think because, well, I don't know. I guess if you like roguelikes, you'd like Baroque. But I had never played a roguelike before, so that was a really jarring experience for me. So I was like, oh, okay. This is not the kind of game I was expecting, so that happened. But yeah, Chaos Wars, terrible, just terrible. Don't anyone ever play that game ever. I don't even know why I played it. What the hell was I thinking? Seriously.
You're kind of worse than you were now, but you're so desperate. You're like, I need a fix.
Yeah, but that was during the PS2 era, though. I had plenty of RPGs and stuff then. That was never a problem.
There's a Wii Drought RPG. That's why you're like, need something to play on this.
No.
Oh, what's this game?
Well, but Rogue was well, that's different though, because I had Wii games. I think that came out around the time something else did anyway. Because as a matter of fact, I think it was released the same month as Galaxy was. So I don't know. But yeah, why I bought Chaos Wars, I'll never know.
It's from Japan. It looks Japanese.
That's good enough.
Jing jing.
Who was the publisher for that game?
Whoever it was. Maybe that's what it was. It might have been like NIS America. That's probably what got me. Damn you! I didn't realize they weren't the developers and they were just publishing. That's probably what caught me because I forgot they published stuff too. So I got roped in. I should have known better.
It was published by Idea Factory. Or wait, no, it was by Q3 Entertainment in America.
Let's say Idea Factory isn't a publisher, I don't think. I don't know. Maybe it was the crossover thing that got me. Because I was like, ooh, I played Shadow Hearts in that game or something. I don't know. Either way, I shouldn't have did it.
I wonder if actually someone actually had the patience to finish that game.
Yeah, if you can get past the horrible voice acting and the terrible gameplay and the bad graphics and everything else that was not good, then yeah, you probably could play through it and however long it would take you if you didn't immediately return it to the store like I did. Because, yeah, why? I learned my lesson, though. I never did that again. No more crossover games for me. Kingdom Hearts doesn't count. It's not the same.
Alright, we can end the segment here and move on to the question of the week, or the weekly segment of displacement games and stuff after this. Alright, we're back. So this weekly segment, we're basically going to take the displacement years, which are the year that a console launches from that same platform holder, and like take the software lineup and compare it with like what we have of what we know now, and like I guess we can do like a follow-up after E3 to be like comparing it to see do these displacement year lists like how do they stack up? So for Xbox One we have, which would be, what year is this? Does it say the year? 2005, when the Xbox 360 came out. We have Advent Rising, Brothers in Arms, Road to Hill 30, Burnout Revenge, Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth, Castlevania Curse of Darkness, Conflict Global Terror, Conquer Alive and Reloaded. Also, this isn't like every third-party game. This is just like, according to this Kotaku article, where they had like super awesome games. Dead to Rights 2, Delta Force, Black Hawk Down, Destroy All Humans, Doom 3, Far Cry Instincts, Flat Out, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Gun, Half-Life 2, Indigo Prophecy, Jade Empire, Lego Star Wars the video game, Medal of Honor, European Assault, Mercenaries, Ninja Gaiden Black, Oddworld, Stranger's Wrath, Operation Flashpoint Elite, Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones, Psychonauts, Serious Sam 2, Shadow the Hedgehog, Sid Meier's Pirates, Sniper Elite, Spartan Total Warrior, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Star Wars Jedi Starfighter, Star Wars Republic Commando, Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pause, The Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction, The Punisher, The Suffering Ties That Bind, Time Splitters Future Perfect, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, True Crime, New York City, and Ultimate Spider-Man. So with what we know that is coming out this year for 360, would you say that the displacement year...
What's coming out for the 360 this year?
Is on par or better or worse? There's that Assassin's Creed 4 game.
That's coming out for all the consoles. Well, all the consoles except...
Well, we're not talking about like exclusively, or just exclusives. So...
Yeah, but a lot of the ones that they listed, though, were kind of exclusive.
No, they weren't. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about for the other list, not necessarily for the Xbox one, because a lot of those are just crap. I'm just saying, like, in general, though, you can't just count a multi-platform game like Assassin's Creed 4, especially when it's going to be on...
Xbox because they don't have any good exclusive.
Exactly.
At least compared to what's on here. What's on here that's exclusive? I haven't played Advent Rising. Conquer. I don't. Whatever.
Gamers probably played most of them. Oh,
there's very few on this list too. This is crazy. I'll link you both the list if you accidentally closed it earlier.
I already have it open.
Oh, good.
But I don't know. Like, cause like I was saying, cause like when I was looking through the list or whatever, some of these I saw were ports from other consoles and stuff. But I mean, at the same time, the Xbox line of consoles has always seemed like it's been mostly third-party and multi-platform, and not really that many like exclusives.
Well, in that case, you could just compare the third-party stuff that comes out this year.
I mean, I guess that works, but
or just like
even there, though,
the franchises on this list that are like no longer with us or that haven't been around.
All
like,
of them.
Prince of Persia. What happened?
Which makes me sad because they never did finish that reboot series that they claimed they were doing, and I was like, oh, thanks Ubisoft. Wait,
Oh, they finished it all right. The DLC added a pointless ending to the game. Like it ended perfectly for me. And then they added that stupid DLC to it.
When it ended, it was kind of like on like a sequel hook, and then apparently the DLC was supposed to add closure to that. But then I was like, well, what's the point? Why didn't you just? I don't know what Ubisoft does.
Did you play the DLC to Prince of Persia 2008?
I did not.
It was stupid because like, remember at the spoiler for a fucking old game. It was like
it's fine at this point. It's been
okay, I'm gonna take my headphones off because I just bought that.
Are you serious?
You just bought?
I'm going to type in the chat
like 5
and then respond to me when you're done talking.
What the hell?
Take my headphones off.
Okay.
Okay, it's gone.
Okay.
So you beat it too, right?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what was her name? Elika?
Oh yeah.
Okay. She gets killed because she needs to transfer her power to
sacrifice. She didn't get killed.
Yeah. She needs to sacrifice herself to what's this?
Seal the dude away. Araman? Is that it? Was that who it was?
Armin. Yeah. A-H something man. So yeah. Araman or something.
A-man guy. Him.
So then during the credits, she who's the main character's name?
I don't think he ever.
He never said his name, right?
Said because I think it was just supposed to be like an origin story for him or something, supposedly, but then, there was only one game.
So the dude picks her up from the altar, and like during the credits, you're just carrying her down to outside, and that's the ending. But the DLC adds this pointless thing where he brings her back to life, and then she's all pissed at him for bringing her back to life. Like you ruined because like by her
because I mean by bringing her back, I'm assuming they would.
Yeah, the evil comes back. Yeah, the evil comes back into the world. So she gets pissed at you throughout the entire DLC portion of the game. At the end of the DLC, she's like, "I can't deal with you anymore." So she just like walks away from you. That's the ending. It's stupid. It's like the original ending was so much better. Her sacrificing herself to save everything. But yeah, that game was good though, even though it was like kind of simple.
Well, I mean,
it wasn't really anything.
It was a jumping out point, I think, because it's like after the Two Thrones and the Warrior Within, when everybody was saying like when they took their little darker turn kind of thing, and everybody was complaining about it, they were probably just when they rebooted the series, they were like, okay, let's get back to basics, have him doing his acrobatics and all this stuff, and kind of keep combat to a minimum. But they
made it too simple that anyone
could pick it up and do it.
Yeah, even like a 6-year-old kid could be like, "There's no problem." It's like because at least there was some challenge, there was some timing and challenge to the original Prince of Persia, the original trilogy, current gen trilogy. So it was kind of.
Because I think I ended up liking the platforming and stuff more than I did like any actual boss battles and stuff. So
yeah.
It's like working with Elika and everything was kind of cool, but it'll never be anything more than that. So
Well, did you guys play the game that came out after for the Forgotten Sands?
No.
That was good. That went back to the original Prince of Persia trilogy, like the old PS2 Xbox trilogy, and went back to those basics and brought back the timing and everything. So that was a good game.
I think I was all angry at Ubisoft at this point, so I had stopped. I was like, well, people suck. So I didn't buy it. Although I think it's like really cheap now, so I probably might end up buying it eventually.
Yeah, I got it from a Steam sale, $5. So
Yeah.
good game. Why were we talking about it?
I have no idea.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so basically, RPG made the point that, like, since most of these are third party, that it'd be a waste of time to even talk about exclusives, since, like, we don't even know any right now that are for 360 this year. So it's like there's no even point to even like bother with that. So we could just look at the third party stuff and like compare and like see what like the franchises on here and see like have they like gone up in quality, gone down in quality? Like would we want them to come back, or should they take a break? Like freaking Assassin's Creed, or like what's on here that we haven't seen in a while, or like pour one out for like anything that's on here that's not coming back, like freaking Mercenaries or stuff like that.
Oh. And somehow Prince of Persia came up, so that happened.
Yeah, because I said Prince of Persia because it's been gone for so long.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ubisoft, seriously. Suck.
Well,
Maybe
there
they
was
should
that
go
weird...
to that instead of using Assassin's Creed to come out every damn year.
True Crime New York kind of got brought back by Sleeping Dogs, so yay to that. But according to Square Enix, it didn't sell enough, so it sold like over 1 million copies.
It didn't sell 3 million. It's only sold half, which is good for a new IP. Jesus.
You and your skewed views. It's like this is not how the world works anymore. You can't sell 13 million copies of a game worldwide and expect all your other games to do that too.
Now I'm curious if that's how every publisher thinks, is they all have to have a Call of Duty game that sells millions and millions of units, or just have wouldn't it make more sense to have all of them combined sell that many, instead of just having one sell that many and the rest?
Well, I mean, I guess if people with other people seeing that kind of success from who's Activision, I was like, how did I forget who that was? Because it's when you see Call of Duty selling 15 million or billion or whatever the number was. Well, it can't be billion because there's not that many people in the world, but 15 million companies day one. But I mean, of course, everybody's like, well, I want a piece of that. I want to get me one game that sells me tens of millions in one day. That'd be great, because that would probably, because I mean, I guess with that kind of money, of course, you'd be able to fund a bunch of different projects or whatever. But at the same time, I think people have to understand it's every franchise isn't going to appeal to that many people, and they just happen to get lucky because some people only buy Call of Duty games just to play the online with their friends and stuff, so they just lucked up that they have a good multiplayer for that series. So, but yeah, they need to be more realistic with their, I guess, with their forecasting or whatever it is, their expectations. Because you're not selling tens of millions of copies of anything anymore. It's just
didn't Tomb Raider sell 3.5 million or something?
Yeah,
and
they expected,
and they still said it wasn't enough. Really. You should be. I mean, I'm surprised it even sold that much. Is because I
am too.
So it's what are they complaining about? It's considering.
I think it's just how much money they poured into the development of the game. So it could let's say 100 million. It costs 100 million. Man, 3 million still.
Well, if you
a lot of copies.
$60 a copy.
Ship.
That's a lot. So it's not I don't know. I guess I don't know. Maybe
I think all the companies should bring back their forecast and if we sell 1 million, that is the best thing ever.
Yeah, because it's hard for even games to crack a few 100,000 nowadays, and people are complaining about a couple of million sales. It's are you serious right now? Yeah. So I don't know.
So yeah, on to the next game. Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, and we have a Splinter Cell Blacklist coming out this year.
Yeah, coming out in August.
Are they still making those?
Yep, still making it.
So there you go.
Different Sam though, so
Oh.
face and voice.
Oh, no, they got Metal Gear Solided.
Yeah, I thought the face is the same. It's just a younger looking version of
Oh yeah.
even though
yeah.
it's supposed to be after conviction.
That's funny. That's the weird thing. It looks younger, even though it's after.
Well, plastic surgery does exist, and I'm assuming this is sometime in the future, so probably like some kind of
Maybe
super.
he's like the Benjamin Button of like that universe where he actually is getting younger as he gets older.
Man, that would suck. Because what if they call him for a mission when he's like 10? It's like, oh man, I try to get out, they keep pulling me back in. I'm in diapers now. I can't do it. That would be interesting though.
The game looks all right. Have you watched like the ways you could tackle a situation?
Yep, I was like Panther style all the way. I cannot wait. 'Cause that's how I play that game. It's like, oh, I can kill this guy or not kill him. Well, I'll just make it easy on myself and pop him with my silence gun right in front of him, and that'll handle that. And nobody will know because silence gun. Woo.
Games make you violent. Gotta be careful.
Are there any like games specifically you guys want to like talk about on this Xbox list? Because I don't know how to. I don't know how to like do this without going like over to every one of them, which would just take like way too much time.
Yeah, no, not for me anyway. Like I said, I was never a big Microsoft fan to begin with, so.
Gamer. Anything on here you want to touch on?
What list are you looking at?
The link I put in the chat. Gamer.
Welcome to Aimless Podcast, guys.
I'll put it again.
Game coordinate to save our lives.
Very bottom of the chat.
I'm looking at the webpage right now, but I have no idea what list you're looking at.
Scroll down.
I did.
The one that says Microsoft Displacement year.
Okay.
Oh God.
We were at.
He was just randomly going.
We were at Conquer.
Well, no, he was jumping
That's when I was
around.
reading.
It wasn't like doing them in order.
Dead Strikes 2, underrated game. That was a good game.
Didn't they have a new Dead Strikes game though?
Yeah, but I heard it was terrible.
I did too.
Well, there you go.
So I didn't buy it. I could now, probably like $10 or something. So
I liked the first Dead Strikes. I didn't play the second one.
Second one was okay. It's like it's crappier, but it was decent. Yeah, Destroy All Humans. Kind of a shame that Crash and Burn, that series. It was interesting, but it was kind of boring for an open world game.
Because there wasn't really like much
stuff to do
to it, so it's like, It's like the concept it's like good in concept, but it just wasn't executed all that greatly. So,
yeah, Grand Theft Auto. Man, we're getting another one this year, so sweet.
You're welcome. I told them to release a new one. They said okay.
Indigo Prophecy. So Beyond is coming out this year. That's cool.
And we also had Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
So
full circle.
But yeah, back on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, I think like Rockstar, or not Rockstar, but like maybe 2K like planned that they could like have it at like I would see like the other term I was thinking of using for this would be like the peak year, since like it would be like the year before like the sales of the consoles that are out now start going down, since
call that a peak.
People just want the new hotness. So like you put it out at its peak, then it would like get the maximum sales of like whenever it's out.
Because people may be able to max out the consoles, but it's not a peak year for selling them. So
no, I mean like as far as like software sales go, if you put it out like when everybody that has it is still buying games for that platform and not like onto the new next thing yet, then you can like get the maximum amount of sales of the units.
I guess.
Because like hypothetically, the new system should be coming out October and November, right? Like let's say that's around the time frame.
Yeah.
So it's a great time to release it during September, where everyone's waiting for the next big thing, but it's not there yet. Play this instead and have a jolly good time.
It's also a dangerous game you're playing if you're waiting for, like, if you wait to release, like, when people are already spending all this money on a new console.
Yeah, there's that too. Like, if you're buying a new console, like, they don't have money left over to get anything else.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't buy this and all these games that
but
are
what if,
released.
let's say, the next Xbox has backwards availability? That would be a perfect game to play on a new system.
Well, then the PS. Well, I mean, why don't you just buy a 360, which is like $99 now or something at this point. It's like instead of spending whatever $400 or something.
Yeah, that's like the whole cross-gen argument. Is like, why even bother with like the PS4 version? You can get the PS3 version without having to pay like $500.
It just wouldn't make any logical sense. So yeah, this is a very awkward time during these displacements.
That's why it's perfect to release it a month or 2 months before. Like you at least get the sales like the first month of to recoup some development costs.
At least as long as it's not like cross-generational, because all these people announcing that they're making these games for the next-gen consoles in addition to the current gen. Some people are going to be like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and buy a new console and get these games for that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess it's still okay because they're still getting the money regardless, so... And hopefully we don't get another price hike in games, because I'll cry.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't know, Tekken.
I think they'll just keep gouging on the collector's edition.
How much are Wii U games, by the way?
60.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
Well, that's like Wii U though.
Nope.
Like they
same thing.
That's because the Wii was priced at, like, those games were priced at 50. So.
Exactly, and it was a price hike with the generation change. Doesn't mean it won't happen with these two.
That's because they're always saying like they're now at the level of PS3 and 360 games though.
You say that now. You can try to defend it all you want, but don't be surprised if those games get released and they're like $70. So.
Well, I already said, like, if that happens,
prepare yourself.
I will not be having any of that. So.
I would rather expect the worst and be pleasantly surprised than try to be all optimistic about it, and then it's just like, so that happened. I'm screwed.
So there's a Western RPG here, Jade Empire. There doesn't seem to be a Western RPG
during
this year.
Displacement. Well,
unless there's gonna be Fallout. I heard
like,
there's rumblings of that.
Exclusive or just in general?
Just in general.
They have Dragon's Dogma Tech. Oh wait, no, that's about Capcom. I forget they're Japanese.
Diablo 3 gamer, Diablo 3.
That's not really an RPG though.
Oh my gosh!
It is.
Oh my god! I'm not having this conversation.
Well, I mean, like, I mean, yes, genre-wise it is, but I meant like in terms of like. Jade,
okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's not like it's not an apples to apples comparison. It's like this is what I'm saying. But
Oh well.
It was weird. There's like on this list. There's Medal of Honor, but then. When 360 launched, there was Call of Duty 2, so man, I don't know, man, there has to be Call of Duty on the next-gen systems, like, as launch titles.
I mean,
there has to be.
It's either gonna be a cross-generational buy, or it's gonna be some exclusive title they've been working, because they haven't even announced one.
Exclusive title, I don't think so. There's no way.
Cross-generational.
That's what I'm saying, it's going to be released, like, around the same time, so it's likely gonna be at least one for the newer consoles.
If they put out Black Ops 2 on Wii U, it's like they wouldn't put out the next one on PS3 and 360 and PS4 and Xbox, whatever.
Why not?
So.
They never had to play together.
Well, we're going to have Battlefield 4 and...
there's that too. They have to compete with Battlefield, so...
Yeah.
They're not going to leave money on the table.
That's pretty much it on this list.
For me, I just want to say, pour one out. Time Splitters, Future Perfect. I miss you, man. Miss you.
Did you see, like, there's rumblings that they might be making a new game, Crytek?
But they already killed that. Oh.
I think that, I think the thing was, like, they didn't see enough, like, something, like, there was some, like, online protest movement I saw that I kind of wanted to get involved in, but I was like, whatever. So, like, they didn't see enough. There's some word for it.
Interest
with the game, that interest from people. So
there was look at all those Star Wars games. Holy crap! 3 games.
Yeah.
And look where is it now? Holy shit!
Too soon, gamer. Too soon.
See, those 3 games are actually really good though. Like Battlefront 2 and Republic Commander. Like Battlefront 2 is like one of the best-selling the best-selling Star Wars franchise And then like Red Fellow Commando, everybody loves because it's like Rainbow Six but with commandos.
I've never really played. I never really liked the Star Wars franchise, so okay. Mostly because the movies are too damn long, so I can never get into it.
Oh yeah, Mercenaries pouring out too. That Mission Man.
And it was their fault for hyping everyone up with those vertical slices, and then when the final game came, I was like, what the hell is this? It was still like, there was some fun to it, but it's just like, it was so, I don't know, broken. Like the co-op was like, you have to work in that bubble or whatever. Like, what? That's crazy. I don't know how the hell that happened. Like, oh, you had such a great game, and then you just squandered it with a sequel. That was, man, if there was achievements with that game, I would be so happy because I got all 52 members without killing them. Then I got that nuke gun. I was like,
yeah, I got that too.
Oh man, that last level was stressful because it was probably intentional because when you hijacked the plane, you would take the cover of where that plane came from. And I got the plane that came from North Korea. Was it North Korea? Yeah. Then I hid into the base. No one was like shooting me down. I grabbed the guy, tied him up, put him on the helicopter, and got out. And like, oh, I beat the game. Like, oh my god. And there was none of that in Mercenaries 2. None of that. It was just like kill everything, blow everything up. Yeah. It wasn't as fun.
I apologize.
Even though I still played it. I still rented it from Gamefly. And played it on 360. I have achievements for it. Jesus. Wait, did I play it on 360? I don't know.
You did. I was there.
I was going to say something I completely forgot.
I'm sorry.
I'm blanking out now. Thanks, Gamer.
You're welcome. Just move on.
Oh, yeah. Psychonauts. So yeah, Tim Schafer still making
that
games.
That doesn't count because it was not. I don't know. They can't count Psychonauts under the.
No, I'm not counting. I'm just saying, like, I'm just.
Oh, they're still alive.
Yeah.
Well, of course they are. Where are you gonna go? I still want Psychonauts 2 though. It'd be nice to get a sequel because that game was awesome. I enjoyed it.
All right, and then I guess we can go to the PS2 list now.
Go to Nintendo first because
yes, this is the way shorter list.
And it's funny because when I first saw the Nintendo list, I was like, look at Nintendo with all these consoles running unopposed all this time, and I forgot that Sega was in the console market back then, so it was not as unopposed as I remembered. But yeah, that happened.
So yeah, for the GameCube, there's only 4 games, which are Baten Kaitos Origins, The Legend of Spyro: A New Beginning, Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess, and Lego Star Wars 2 Original Trilogy.
Now, with Baten Kaitos or whatever, like it's an interesting. I think the series, like, because I like the battle system or whatever, because it's like some weird card battle slash. Because it's like a rock paper scissors card battle kind of setup that they have, but it's like it was kind of a cool little addition to games, because a lot of games don't do things like that, but it's, I don't know, it just, because like I was playing the other one, not the Origins one, I think it was Endless Oceans or something, whatever. Either way, I was playing it and I was like, it's like this isn't nearly as it's like the battle system's fun, but it's kind of like broken a bit because it seems like the enemies can have their stuff stacked against you, and then even during like the story stuff, it wasn't like necessarily all that interesting. So it's like it was like weighed down by other stuff. So it's like even if they decided to continue with the series, I don't even know if anyone would care, because it's like it's somewhat good, but it's not like.
Well, trust me, RPG. I've been on the internet long enough to know someone out there will care.
Well, obviously someone will, but I'm just saying, like, will there be enough of someone's to? But, so I find it strange that was one of their big titles before the Wii was.
It's kind of crazy that was made by Monolith Soft.
Yeah, the same people that made some of the other games I enjoyed, except for Xenoblade. So there was yeah. I don't know.
I did not know this was the actual subtitle of that game. I thought it was just Bait and Chaos. The first game.
Yes, there are. That's why I was like the Endless Oceans or Wings or some crap. I don't remember what it is, but yeah.
Yeah, the actual subtitle is Eternal Wings and the Lost Ocean.
I knew it was something with... I was close enough. I don't know. Had wings and ocean in there or something. You knew what I meant. But yes. But yeah, I played it. It's not like it's a bad game. It's just like it's so dated by current standards. I guess because it was on the GameCube. That probably is what did it. Man, Monolith Soft. If only you could have made it for a stronger console. Might have turned out awesome.
And then we can directly compare the GameCube and Wii Displacement lists because they're right next to each other on here with Just Dance 4, Mario Party 9, Rhythm Heaven Fever, Kirby's Dream Collection, Skylanders Giants, Xenoblade Chronicles, and The Last Story.
There's only one game on that list I enjoyed, so you're all welcome.
But you would have enjoyed Kirby's Dream
I
Collection.
probably would have, but that doesn't count because it's like that's cheating. So.
I like Rhythm Heaven. That was pretty cool.
I probably would have actually liked Mario Party 9 if I bought it, but I did not.
But the only minigame I hated in Rhythm Heaven was that clock. Oh my god. If you want to look up frustration, look up that minigame in Rhythm Heaven Fever. It is fucking terrible.
Oh no. I played some pretty frustrating things before.
But yeah, on the Wii list, like all these except for Just Dance and Skylanders are exclusive, right?
Yes.
So there you go. People may want to say, oh, Wii has no games, but, you know, those games only on Wii.
Well, I mean...
Wait, wasn't Just Dance 4 on 360?
I said everything except for Just Dance 4.
Okay.
Well,
and Skylanders.
Two of those are first party, and I'm pretty sure Xenoblade was published by Nintendo as well, so that doesn't... So, I mean, of course, they're exclusive because Nintendo published them. But,
See, look at that.
What's coming out this year for Wii U, though? There you go.
Well, Pikmin's coming out, right?
No. I've just given up. I assume it's never going to happen. It's become my new Final Fantasy Versus for the Wii. So I was like, you know what? I give up. I can't even get excited anymore because you tell me one thing, then you just shake it. It's like, ha, see this rug over here? Go walk on it real quick. Yank. So I don't know. I can't even I can't even get excited for things anymore. As a matter of fact, I only use the only time I use my Wii now, except for like the random titles that they just localized, is to play Pikmin 2. So it's like, this just makes me sad because, yeah. Every time, Nintendo, get me all excited, just poo-poo on me and be like, ha, no Pikmin for you. But it's okay.
I have no idea what's coming out for that system.
Anyway.
They've been releasing like a game a month. They just released Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
They got lucky because Capcom's nice to them.
They just released Lego City Undercover, which I heard it was pretty good.
So they also had Aliens canceled, and wasn't that other game canceled?
Which one?
I thought. Oh wait, no, it was just delayed. Rayman. It was just delayed to like.
Because it was multi-platform now. So
yeah. But Aliens got canceled, which was like used to be a big draw. So.
Yeah. So
I mean, they're getting Splinter Cell Blacklist.
But I mean,
they're not getting Dead Space 3 or
everything.
Crisis 3.
Go down a long list and say what they're not getting. It's like the real question is, what are they getting? And see, that's the problem too, because it's like, why even bother? Because all these games are multi-platform anyway, so why not just get a PS3 or a 360 and play the same games in addition to the libraries they already have established? So it's like, why spend the extra $300 or something? We can just actually, I think a PS3 is still $300 now for a cheaper one, or somewhere up there. But either way, I don't know. I don't know. Nintendo just isn't looking so hot.
I think it shows that they fucked up with the hardware. It should have been much more powerful.
I mean,
like if they were next gen already, but they're having ports that were up-ported from the PS3 360 versions, like they were running at 1080p, 60 frames per second, whatever.
When that's my thing too, because I've always been
That would have
like,
been a draw.
when the Wii U got released, I was kind of like, they're 7 years too late kind of thing, because it's like, well, I mean, we already have HD consoles out, and it's like they can already run all these games without a problem now, and they already know how to develop for a PS3 and a 360, and it's like the Wii U just came out, so now we have to wait for people to try to maximize those, or if there's like some weird programming differences for the console or something, and it's like, I mean, sure, the gamepad thing was a cool idea, but if nobody wants to use it, then it's kind of just there. And it's like nobody's going to develop for your console if they don't want to develop for your console. So, and it's kind of been, I don't know, because even the GameCube, well, or I guess the GameCube was more or less a failure in some people's eyes, but it's like, support for that kind of waned, and same thing happened to the Wii, and it's kind of like, if Nintendo continues that trend, then people probably just jump ship early. It's like, well, I don't even want to go down that road again, so why bother? Mm-hmm. And I don't think the sales numbers are as big for the Wii U as they were for the Wii either, so that's probably discouraging some developers too. Because they're like, well, I'm not going to spend money to develop for a game that might not sell. So...
Well, at least some companies are still staying, like Ubisoft. They're like, well, we still believe.
Well, I mean, Ubisoft is a big company, though. They don't have the issues that some other publishers / developers have. So, it's like,
this is the only decent list I could find, and it's not even full of awesome games. But whatever. It's got like 15 on it. Some are third party.
Third party, first party. Oh, Game & Wario. That's coming out June.
For what?
Game & Wario. It's like a mini game collection.
Ew. Why do they keep doing that to the Wii consoles? We don't need those.
Bayonetta this year? What? No.
They kind of need a gamer.
I think Wonderful 101. Oh, Wonderful 101's coming out this year for sure. Because they were demoing it at PAX, so
they kind of need it. Pikmin 3, haha, funny. Yeah.
This is a terrible list.
It is. I agree.
Wow. So technically, they have nothing this year.
Basically.
Except for Game & Wario and what was the game I just mentioned?
Legends.
Oh, Wonderful 101.
Oh.
I'll buy that. It looks fun.
It does, mostly because it's like Pikmin with superpowers. Oh man, Pikmin's never coming out.
That's about it for that system. Damn, that sucks.
I kind of do want Wonderful 101 though.
It makes me sad. Like Nintendo run from high to low in like a couple of years.
To me, it's just a prophecy fulfilled and more proof of why I should have never bought one, and I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't either. I would have been.
Like, I don't know, dude, that whole time I was like, I could buy one, but the sinking feeling I get when I think of the droughts. And they're in one now, so yeah.
Which is kind of early, considering.
Do you think it'll pick up once the new systems get released?
You better hope. They better hope so, because if not...
I know, right? It's like once I've got my share button and I'm all comfortable.
Damn share button. But it's true. It's like I feel like once I get when I do eventually get a PS4, it's like I'm going to be like, yeah, what now? So, I don't know. Because, I mean, it almost seems like at this rate, I'll probably end up with, like, whatever Microsoft comes out with next before I get a Wii U. So, it's kind of, which is very sad for them, because I have no plans on getting an Xbox, so.
I feel sad for the developer, like, if they have to release something. They have to release something for every platform, like PS3, 360, Wii U. I mean, if you're making something like, let's say Call of Duty, you have to release it for everything.
You don't have to.
You don't have to, but...
They choose to, trust me. They'll be fine with just they've been selling just fine with just their PS3 and Xbox 360 releases. I don't think they have to put anything on the Wii U if they don't want to.
So you don't think Activision's going to release next Call of Duty on Wii U?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they were, but I'm just saying they wouldn't hurt for money if they decided not to. Though I'm sure they'll still be fine.
Yeah, especially how poorly it did on Black Ops 2 did anyway.
I mean, if they make, let's say they take the time to develop the software where they just push a button Wii U version, so they don't have to do anything at all. Just press a button, like, oh,
but since that doesn't exist,
spit out a Wii U version.
I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, like I really they won't. I feel like they won't lose anything by not doing it, but they'll probably do it like just out of obligation that they're just like, so used to releasing it on everything. It was like, sure, why not? We'll just throw Nintendo a bone. Go ahead and they finally got an HD console. We'll finally give them a good Call of Duty game. So
maybe they should make a Call of Duty Kids version or something.
Yeah, see, I'm pretty sure Nintendo wants to steer away from getting the kids on the console, because that might be their problem now. So, because remember when they used to have hardcore titles? And now it's kind of just like, party games and stuff.
That's not working anymore.
Yeah.
That's why they went back to the core.
This is the problem.
But then the core is like,
but it's too late now.
You left us.
Yeah,
you left us.
They
like
are
just
burned.
So where the guy went to the bathroom. You left us. You left us.
Sure did.
I should make a GIF for Nintendo's that guy running to the bathroom. And there's core gamers with the two kids.
Oh. So they're gonna have to do some. I don't know.
I think they're gonna show something at E3 that's gonna blow our minds.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to hold my breath because I don't want to die, but yes.
The only thing that they can show is stuff that they always do over and over, so it just proves the point of like why everybody rails against them. But like to me, it doesn't matter as long as they have like awesome Nintendo games. So I'd be happy if I got a new Star Fox.
They're going to show Grand Theft Mario, seriously.
Yeah. Okay.
Since Lego City is so awesome, it's like, let's make another open world game with Mario and Luigi and Princess Peach.
Because they've totally done open world games before. ...
Galaxies was like, or N64, the N64 was kind of like a step in that direction, somewhat.
Well, what if in like an MMO with Mario characters or Nintendo Universe or whatever? That would be great.
Just give me a damn Smash Brothers title and call it a day. It's like,
oh yeah, Smash Brothers. Forgot about that. But I don't like Smash Brothers.
Although if I can't play it with a GameCube controller, then there's no point. So, there's that. Because yeah, it's not even... Then there's that too, they can't play GameCube games. So I'll never get rid of my Wii. Never.
Alright, I guess we can move on to PS2.
You're doomed, Nintendo! Doomed! But yes. No, it's
so, yeah, RPG. Anything on this PS2 list you want to talk about?
Not necessarily the PS2 list, because, I mean, there's still the PS1 one we have to get through, but, I mean, like, during, man, when I was looking at these, both of their lists for the during the PS1, PS2 launch thingy, and the PS2, PS3 launch window thingy, it just kind of made me sad, because it's like, so many RPGs on this list, and I own all of them, but it's just like so many. And then compare just these games released during this year alone was like more than my entire RPG collection for PS3, and it's like this makes me sad. This makes me so sad. So I don't know. I just wish we could go back to these good days, because it's like Breath of Fire I have, Chrono Cross, Final Fantasy IX, Legend of Mana, Lunar 2, Mega Man Legends, Persona 2, Vagrant Story, Valkyrie Profile, Wild Arms 2, Legend of Dragoon, just like all these games.
Wait, so what RPGs have been released for PS3 so far this year? Or what will be coming too? Like Tales of Exilia.
It's just like Ni no Kuni.
Ni no Kuni.
We already know how.
Yay. And there's an Altair game by NAS.
Is there? Maybe.
That came out. Altair, I don't know. All these lowly girls.
I don't know. It's like, yeah, there's Tales of Gilded.
Yeah, it's coming out this summer.
It's supposed to be this summer. And then there's, I guess, Gilded Fate Paradox or whatever the hell that game is called.
Weren't there those like 3 JRPGs from Nino or Neoponichi?
Yes, that was, one of them is the...
Oh, also Nino Kuni, even though you don't like it.
Yeah, ... indeed. But, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, because that's true. It's like, there's like 2. So, that happened. There's that. I don't know.
Wait, would you... oh, no, that's not coming out this year.
Which one?
Nothing.
Now I kind of want to know. It's like you can't bring something up and then be like, no. What was it, gamer? What was it? Say it.
No.
Well, also, if you go down like the franchises, there hasn't been
a new Mega Man.
Wild Arms on console, or Valkyrie Profile on PS3, or
Shadow Hearts, man. Shadow Hearts. Ugh.
I would love
that series.
The series came back to
Breath of Fire, Chrono Anything.
Shadow Hearts.
Chrono
Anyway.
Anything. Chrono Anything. Yeah. They have re-released Chrono Trigger, though. That's about as close as we got to anything new, Chrono-wise. But yeah, it'd be great if a new Shadow Hearts came out. 'Cause that's a series I really enjoyed.
Fun series, man.
Because it's a series that doesn't take itself seriously, but at the same time, it has like
it's a really good RPG.
It's really
like
and it's
strategy and
fun, and the characters are fun, and it's like this. It's just great, and then it's just gone.
Like that scene, man. That is a big pussy.
What?
It's a big cat.
Cat, yeah. Because one of the characters is like a giant cat.
Oh shit! I was like, what are you talking about?
So it's like, nice play on words there, guys. Job. But I don't know. It's just, man, I missed that series. It was great.
I think the issue here, though, would be like the development cost going so high that those games had to be put on. Well, not all of them, because they all haven't been made, but like some of them have been put on handhelds. Like there's been Front Mission games on DS.
Yeah, because I mean, there was a Wild Arms released on the PSP as well, too. But it's like some of these games have had portable release, because there was a new Valkyrie Profile game that was released.
Oh yeah.
So it's like they've kind of been pushed, like you said, to they just weren't able to.
I mean, couldn't they release like that type of game on PSN or Express Live Arcade? Like a smaller, not low res, but like lower budget RPG on PSN?
I don't know. Maybe it just wouldn't.
It wouldn't work.
Maybe not. 'Cause, I mean, some of these series, like they had their cult following, but they probably weren't like enough people to justify.
True.
Bothering. So.
Because it seems like PSN, they don't really sell millions. Like the only ones that sell millions is like Minecraft and Trials, right?
Well, he did.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah, but I mean, they ended up getting a retail release though, so.
That's true. You know, I looked at this, man. Onimusha, they released 4 titles in one generation. That's crazy.
That's true, because I did play.
I just noticed that right now. I played all of those too. It's like they're all good games.
Played them all. I was like,
First game was awesome because it still had that Resident Evil feel. Like, but the second one, you played like
I actually equated them more to the Devil May Cry series, which is why I liked them. I didn't really.
I thought just the movement.
Of Resident Evil. So
the second one, you're playing a guy with an afro, who was based on a dead dude in Japan. Third game was awesome.
Yeah, 3.
Fourth game was weird, but it was still fun. Dawn of Dreams.
I mean, yeah, Steambot Chronicles. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, but some of them are still getting, because I mean, the Tales series is still getting games released, and so is the Kingdom Hearts series, which Kingdom Hearts 2 came out during that one of those Displacement years, which was awesome. And also Final Fantasy 12.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 12. Yet we're on Final Fantasy 13.3. So technically, if they did not make 13.2 or 13.3,
we'd be on like 15 or 16.
No, because like they would have made 13 and Versus.
Mm-hmm. And then Type 0 actually got localized.
Yeah, they made Type 0, so that's cool. They made Type 0.
we've been
So
on
we
15
would have
'cause
been
14's the
on
MMO.
well, we would have been on 15 by now, right?
Yeah. Well, we might be on 15 technically if all the things are true. So, yeah. So yeah, that might actually be happening. But I don't know. How Square Enix?
Actually, it does make sense though. If you look at like the PS1, it had Final Fantasy 9, and then.
But 10 was released like the year right after that, though. So.
But still, it's like 3 per generation. Eh.
3?
Yeah, because 12, 11, or 10, 11, and 12 were released on the PS2, and then 7,
We had
8...
10, 10, 2, 11, 12.
Oh, yeah.
Sequel. Yeah. Well.
I'll put an asterisk next to that.
10-2 was fun.
That's kind of like cheating with the whole Final Fantasy 13-3. It's like they only...
You consider cheating because, like, man, 10-2 is a totally different game.
It's that it is. That sure word.
What was cool about 10-2 was that it was shorter, much shorter than 10. By a big margin.
Battle system was also changed, too, because they went away from, like, the traditional turn-based and went back to the ATB.
The job system. ATB and also the job system, too.
Yeah. So like I said, I mean, 10-2 was fun for what it was.
I agree. It just has quirks with it. So.
I mean, I'll give them that, but it's still 13-2. However, yeah, I was not as happy about. But that's mostly because of the whole bait and switch. Because Lightning's not the main character again. Okay, guys. Okay. So.
Oh, she's now with $5 DLC.
God, Square Enix, seriously. It's like they do these things to piss me off. I don't know. They're trolling the fans.
We're getting there. We're getting there. We're gonna get versus. We're gonna get versus soon.
No, we're not. Nope.
Nope.
Not even gonna get my hopes up.
I'm gonna keep my hopes up because it's gonna come out.
Just to me again. I'm not falling for it again.
This fall on PS3.
I'm not doing a Sega. We're not getting that battered wife syndrome thing going on with Square Enix. They hit too hard. I'm not going back to them. I don't play that game. So.
Okay, I was gonna say about like if you look at Ace Combat, which we have like new versions of, like would you say that some of the Japanese games are just like victims of putting a shiny coat of paint on a game since it's next gen and just shipping it out there? Like Ace Combat, what's the not the newest one, but the one before that was 360 exclusive.
I haven't played any since like the PS1.
Ace Combat 6?
I think 6. Have you played a gamer?
I played a new one.
Although I guess
that was awesome, by the way. I liked it.
Like that as well, though, because they were released over the generations, and a lot of people live. I mean, there've been
which one?
Armored Core.
RPG? I never cared for that game.
It's one of my guilty pleasures.
Oh, there's a lot of games with a new coat of paint. Look at Mortal Kombat Armageddon. So now we're getting this year we're getting Injustice, which is pretty much based on Mortal Kombat.
No, whoa.
Last year they came out with Hitman Absolution. That was a new code of paint.
Wait. Okay, Mortal Kombat, like, the old one is completely different from the new one.
Well,
yeah, the 3D ones that came out last generation, yes, but they're now releasing. It's still the same.
I haven't played Injustice, so I can't say if it's like similar to the Mortal Kombat reboot, which I also haven't played, even though I've had that game.
There's changes, but it's similar.
Because you're stuck in the 2D plane like Street Fighter style, so you're not able to sidestep like you can in the older ones.
But they're still releasing Mortal Kombat-esque. Yeah, you're right there. I'm not gonna fight you in that one.
And they finally made it good. After all these years.
No comment.
Yeah, the 3D ones, I don't know why they're popular. I thought they were garbage.
I think a lot of people did. It wasn't just you.
Battered wife syndrome game. We talked about Sonic. Oh.
Hey.
Yeah, with it.
Hey. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. They've been releasing some good games. You just shut up. Sonic has been doing fine. It's been working hard.
And see, what was great about Devil May Cry, it's like they reboot it rather than let's just release another sequel.
Yeah, because 5 wouldn't have because Nero wasn't all that great of a protagonist, so... Yeah.
He had a great mechanic, though. Grabbing people.
Yeah. We all love us some grabbing.
Oh, and yeah. Drakengard 2, that's hilarious because the third one was just announced.
Yeah, there's a third one now.
Oh, man, it looks like fucking shit.
I played 2, so don't know. It almost reminded me of another game that started with a D, and I forgot what it was called. But it
Demon's
seems no, it was during like the PS2 age, so it couldn't have been.
Oh, I think you're thinking of that one something chaos something with like the guy looks like Dante and you control units.
I think that is the one. Yeah,
Let me look it
I
up.
can't remember the name of it, but I was like
Chaos something or something chaos
or something. I was like, because I keep getting those two confused when I realized I was like, yeah, these are not the same Chaos Legions. Is that it? Maybe.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, oh my god.
It's like these are not the same game at all. So
I wish that came into the PSN store because I always wanted to play that and I cannot find it anywhere. Yeah. Just like Ring of Red.
Ring of Red. Why does that sound familiar?
Because it's in the PSN store.
I don't think that's the reason why.
It was a strategy game that I bought it because it looked like Front Mission, but it's not Front Mission.
Ah.
It's totally too slow for me. Jesus, that game was. God.
Oh yeah, I haven't played it though, so I don't know if it's really as good as people say it is.
What game
It's good if you're patient.
Oh, okay. Well, I could play it then.
That's fine. I'm a very patient gamer when it comes to games like that. So.
Yeah, this is the one with the swords, right? He had like a ton of swords. Wow, that was by Yoshinori Ono? Jeez.
Yeah, I think.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because I remember wanting to get it, and I was like, I
did
don't
too.
know why I did not.
And now I wish I could get it.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, all after the fact, it's like, whoopsies. I think because it was like similar to, was it like Folklore that has similar mechanic after the fact? And I was like, oh, wish I would have been able to get this before. So yeah, that happened.
Folklore is similar.
But yeah.
Wow, they still make driver games. Who knew?
I did. I didn't buy it, but...
Yeah, the last game was pretty fun.
That's what I hear.
Driver San Francisco.
I kind of find it hard to believe when you're switching buddies driving cars.
I used to play those games with my brother back in the day. They were still...
I like the first two. Third one I never played because everybody crapped on it.
But yeah.
Ooh, I'd like to see New Grandia. I'd love to see that.
I enjoyed 3. Because I kind of like... That's another thing, too, because that's a series that had an interesting battle system, too, with the whole initiative ring thing. That was kind of...
That was one of my favorites.
That's kind of cool. So,
Whatever happened to Game Arts?
They got
canned, didn't they?
Yeah, they either got absorbed into somebody else or they just got dissolved completely. I forgot what happened, but yeah. Either way, there won't be a new Grandia. So, there's that. Although, it's kind of... Because, I mean, some of the series that are under the Sony's releases and stuff are actually still being produced, while the other ones who've been in some of the other lists, like Nintendo's or Microsoft's Displacements, have been deaded. So it's kind of funny considering that Sony's been selling the least in terms of console shares, and they have the stronger franchises.
And they still have a great lineup this year, so...
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I think it's still strong going to the next generation.
Because, I mean,
it's not like dead in the water compared to 360.
Well, yeah.
They just depend on third parties. Fuck that. It's like you're not even trying anymore. I wish I could make the proper analogy.
I'm sorry. But, yeah.
It's like, well, it's a stupid I just made up, but Sony still has some gas in the gas tank. Microsoft has no gas, but they have people pushing the car along.
That's kind of funny, but true. Oh, Game Art still exists, apparently.
Yeah, I saw
They're like partnered up with Gung Ho and stuff.
So when is Mugshot 5 coming out? Because Mugshot 3 is on here. That's kind of crazy. Maybe we should have stopped at 4, but whatever. I'll take them. I will keep taking it. Har har.
It's gonna be weird if it comes out next year.
Like, I'm assuming it will though.
Me too.
Yeah. I won't be able to play it.
Gaslighting.
I won't be able to play it on my new system.
Oh. I mean, you still have a PS3 though, so it's not like.
You never know. Game you could like they could like do something with OnLive to where not Gaikai. Where you can have like PSN streaming through games you buy or something, and you can just buy it on PSN and stream it and be like, all right. That's my wish for E3 this year.
For me, streaming, it's kind of, I don't know. If I could stream it, then what's stopping me from playing on a PC? Like stream it on a PC and just play from there.
Gamer, if you want to go make sense, then that's your first share button. Share button. Seriously, Tekken.
It'll solve all my problems.
Oh man.
World peace. Share button.
I really hope the share button ends up being terrible. I
will rage so hard.
like I just really want it to be all broken and everything when it gets released. Like, while I do want Sony to succeed with their next console or whatever, but it's just like at the same time, just to shut Tekken up. I really just want this to just go horribly. So, yes. There is that. I'm sorry, Sony, but you can blame Tekken.
I don't know, because like Metal Gear Solid 5 looks so good on current gen systems. Like, man.
Well, that's what people were. I think because Tropical was making the point where he's like, well, people can max out the I mean, they're perfectly capable of maxing them out, but people just lazy. So you have some developers that will go through the trouble of making sure their engine's all awesome and making their own engine and making sure they can run them all awesomely on current gen console. But then you have the other ones where it's like, yeah, just give me the next Unreal Engine and I'll just throw it on whatever console it gets released on and we'll be all right.
It just makes me feel like I could just wait to buy a new system.
Because you can.
Because I could be satisfied with Assassin's Creed 4 and Call of Duty on PS3. I could be satisfied. So like, what's the difference?
So, Tekken, I'm going to cut you. But, I mean, that's part of the reason why I'm holding off on my purchase, because I'm like, if people are still releasing things for the PS3, why am I going to be in such a hurry to get a PS4? It's not like, it's not going anywhere, but...
When E3 rolls around, it's a press conference, and like, look at all these fancy features.
I'm camping out now. So, it's like...
I can't wait for you to eat your words, that would be like, share button.
Because we're assuming that Watch Dogs will be this fall, coming out this holiday season, whatever.
Well,
and if it's coming for PS3 and it looks okay, I could just get it for PS3. I don't have to get the PS4 version. Plus, there's always PC.
And I just love how you've gotten to the point where you're just calling PS3 graphics games okay, when it's like comparing them to like generations past, these games look amazing. I don't really understand what the problem.
Because we've seen better versions. Like I'm not.
I mean, yeah, but
in hell, I'm gonna buy Battlefield 4 for PS3, knowing it's gonna be looking like that on PC.
I mean, yeah, but it's not like they're not like ugly or anything. You're making it seem like they're terrible looking games.
They are ugly.
Oh god.
Call of Duty looks ugly, but if the content is the same, then I don't know. I might not buy a PS4.
I'm just not inclined to just jump on it so quickly. I feel like I can wait and I'll be okay. Because there's still stuff getting released for the handhelds that I still want. So and I still have PS3 stuff coming out. So it's like, well, I'm not in a big hurry to jump over to the next gen just yet. And it's like I already don't plan on buying a Wii U or an Xbox anyway. So it's like I'll be fine. I'll be all right. So yeah.
I guess it's still another price, so technically I could just be like, oh, well, I can buy an awesome PC for this price. It's too expensive.
You probably can.
And that'll share my problems, but I won't have a share button. So then it won't.
God.
Tekken, you're going to use that share button so much you're going to break your system.
I'm like, ha! Good.
It's going to be like, hard drive is full, and it's like a week's worth of content on your hard drive. Like, please post it somewhere else or delete it.
It's like, please give your system a break. Go outside. Enjoy the fresh air. Stop sharing.
He's probably gonna get like a 2 terabyte drive and stuff it in there. It's like now you can't say no.
Do we know if you can even switch out hard drives?
No, but I suspect it too. There's no way in hell they're gonna lock it. My God.
I don't know, gamer.
Oh my God.
We said there's a lot of things they wouldn't do.
If they lock that hard drive to, let's say, like 500, 250 gigabytes of space.
I mean, 500 is
oh
still
my
a lot.
God.
So,
I mean, lot, but it's not enough.
Because I mean, even after I upgraded my PS3 hard drive, I have come nowhere near my limit, and I was like, well, this was pointless when I look back at it. It's like, but I mean, it's like, yeah, it's nice to have it just in case, but I mean, are you really that scrapped for space where it's like, oh, I need all these for everything? I mean, unless you're like Tropical, who somehow manages to go through like hundreds of gigabytes of space with whatever the hell he's been doing, but it's like, I don't know. I just never see the need.
So, are we done talking about the whole, what is this called?
I don't know.
Something list? I forgot.
They were like displacement.
Displacement, that's it.
And I just, this particular year, didn't, I don't know. This year just doesn't, now looking at the list, this year doesn't seem as strong as, like, previous ones. It's like, now I'm almost disappointed, because I'm like, remember when these things came out?
Yeah. It's like, looking at this, it's like, man, this gen really was not as awesome as I keep saying it is.
Well, I never said this gen was awesome, so
Or thought, or no, you know, that's what I meant to say. Whatever RPG just said, 'cause I was always like, it just feels like in the back of my mind, I'm like, not back of my day, but it's not as awesome as it used to be.
And it's part of the reason why I never understood why everybody was like really crying out for new consoles. I'm like, well, this generation wasn't necessarily that stellar to begin with, and now you want to go jump into a new one, which could possibly be even worse. I mean, what if this just keeps going downhill from here? You don't want to keep rushing new consoles and rushing developers and stuff. It's like they keep on jumping these bandwagons. Eventually, it's going to be like, okay, you've done everything you can, and it's like you can only add so many features to a console to warrant buying it and upgrading. So, I don't know. And I feel like graphically, the PS4 and whatever the 360, whatever they're coming out with next, it's like graphically, I feel like after this, how much farther do they play? I mean, how much farther can you really go now? It's like people can't expect another new console after this now. So, I don't know. People just need to calm down. Just wait. Be patient. Stop rushing people. 'Cause then things don't happen.
It's like, for me, if you like, it's like in the future we ever do this again and you look at the displacement lists for the 360 and PS3, it's like you'll see more quality in games, but you will not see the variety that you saw in PS2 last gen. That's what I was trying to say.
There's still quality in those too, though. In addition to the variety.
I don't know, dude. GTA 5 and Last of Us and Beyond and...
Yeah, but
I'm not going to say...
That's not to say...
I would name the first-person shooters, but I'm not really...
This was a great year, I gotta say, so far.
Yeah, Ni no Kuni, Dead Space 3, Crisis 3...
leave Crisis off that list.
Oh, okay.
Well, we can't say Pandora's Tower yet. I haven't played it. We don't know if it's going to be good or not.
I'm just saying, you know, speculation.
It could end up like Xenoblade Chronicles for all we know.
I know, but I'm speculating on like everything since it hasn't come out yet, like freaking Watch Dogs and Destiny, and I'm not gonna say Diablo.
Wait, is Destiny this year?
I think it is.
I don't think so.
Isn't it?
I'm pretty sure.
Whatever, Batman Origins. Heck yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll play it all by ear.
I've been pretty satisfied this generation. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying
I've got some good games. I didn't play a lot of bad games.
Are like much stronger.
The only bad game I played lately
that
was Aliens, and that was just my fault.
Well, we've all made mistakes, gamer.
That was
Oh, yeah,
the only
Bioshock
game.
Infinite.
That was the
Freaking
only
Bioshock
bad
Infinite, gamer.
game I've played
Bioshock
in like
Infinite,
a couple years.
too.
I mean, I think the thing, like, I'm not saying there weren't good games this generation. I'm just saying, like compared to...
Oh, yeah, compared to the last generation, yeah.
Like, yeah, we've had good games this gen, but it's like we've also had a lot of mediocre to not necessarily great games, because, like, some just seem like they just released them just to release them, and people didn't spend the time to check for bugs and make sure the game could actually run and not crash the console every 15 seconds.
I think it was oh wait, go ahead.
Oh no, you can. No, it's fine.
I think it was just the death of the B tier. Like it's not. What do you call this? It's not mediocre, but it's not AAA type of game. Or you have that game in the middle of that, like Sleeping Dogs, which is not. It's not high budget, but it's not mediocre. It's a great game. There's not those type of games anymore. You find these days.
It's all AAA or bust right now. So
yeah, and that's a big problem.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look at this. There's not most of those games are not considered. That's stupid. I hate that term, but it's not AAA. Like Onimusha Field of Dreams, whatever it's called.
I mean,
it wasn't really AAA. It was just it's just to continue the franchise a little bit.
It's debatable though, because I mean, it's like, for one, it's one of Capcom's big franchises, so I wouldn't necessarily say it's not AAA release.
I think they ended with 3 fine.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm just not necessarily ready for another gen yet. I just don't feel like we've done everything we could with this one yet.
I think
so much unlocked potential.
I think sure, potential, yes, but I think there's just that. I just don't want to say it's just graphics, but just a CPU, just how much it could compute, and of what they want to do. It's like they can't really do it.
Yeah, but who's to say they're going to still do it? Now. I mean, even once they have the power to do so, there's no guarantee they'll go through that trouble of making it and stuff.
It's like that's the only thing I'm waiting for is for someone to say, "I've unlocked the AI for games. I've made it better." It's like a middleware or something. Because that's the biggest problem I have now with next gen games. Like, if it's just gonna be the same game, then what's the point? But once they unlock that AI, where it's like, if it could totally like fuck you up, like that'll be great. Rather than just, I'm gonna put it on hard modes to make it harder on myself.
I love hard mode.
But it's weird because I thought I was so scared of hard mode in games before. But after you play 1 or 2 games, you get into that defensive mindset where it's like, I know how to play this defensively so that I won't get hurt as much.
I mean, it kind of depends, though, because some games are basically start in hard mode and only go worse from there. It's like Atlas titles and stuff, but it's like...
And the RPG space, yeah. But
yeah, because it's like I'm used to games not being necessarily easy anyway, so a lot of times I would just go for higher difficulties just for the sake of it's like, well, if it's there, then it must be there for a reason. So it's like, because I don't think
you tell yourself there's no way they were gonna unbalance this shit
until you play it and it's like, so this happened apparently. Because I mean, like, there's certain games where it's like I know it won't be a problem because like I've played all the Kingdom Hearts games after 2 on critical mode or whatever the highest difficulty is that because it's like those games are not hard. So, well, I mean, not that I'm aware of anyway. So it's like you can play those and be okay. I mean, but then there's some games. It's like, say if it was like a Shin Megami Tensei game, I wouldn't be like, yeah, let me just jump onto super hard mode and play this because I would be very not happy. So yeah, because those games are hard enough as it is. So because I remember like some of them, like even in Japan, the people were like, yeah, we need you guys to calm it down a bit, so they had to like patch in super easy modes and stuff for some of their games. So I don't know, but that's kind of part of the reason why I like games like Dark Souls and stuff, because like the challenges, it's nice to have that challenge there. It gives me that reason to, it's like I feel accomplished when I do something, and it's not just like, okay, anybody could have did this. So I don't know.
Alright, so I guess we're done with our whole displacement in games, unless anybody else has anything to add.
Yeah, we don't need a new generation.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Nope.
We do.
Nope.
Because it's the only way PC games will look better.
Nope.
So yeah. Oh, there's 2 news stories I was going to talk about. It was basically just like the whole Aliens Colonial Marines getting canceled on Wii U, and the Batman Arkham Origins October 25th. Cannot wait. Day 1.
No.
Even if it's not by Rocksteady, I don't care.
No.
I love me some Batman Arkham games.
So many games.
Well, I guess as long as the combat's the same, I'll say that. Like, if the combat's different, it's like, yeah, we'll see.
So many games in October.
As long as the gameplay's there, I'm there. And it hasn't been announced for PS4 yet, so I will wait and see to see what happens there. Because, share button.
Oh my gosh, seriously.
Then I can do those challenges and share them immediately. Delicious. Does anybody else have anything to add before we sign off?
Tekken sucks.
I don't think there's going to be any way it's going to have a PS4 version.
Of what?
Of Origins.
Why not?
Because they've been working on this game for quite a while, and it's already going to be released this fall. There's no way.
Maybe it'll be downloadable.
I mean, they just got the dev kits, last year?
Well, as far as you know, anyway.
Oh, seriously. Technically, they've got the final dev kits just last year.
Because, I mean, how do you know, though? They could have had them before, and people were just trying to be tight-lipped about it and lie about it and be like, yeah, we just got them now.
For 2 years?
We've had them for... You don't know! It's possible.
There's this box in the corner. It's just some computer. Don't worry about it.
Actually, isn't Witcher 3 supposed to be next gen?
Which one?
Witcher 3.
Yeah, that's next gen.
See? And they just, unveiled that, a couple months ago.
But because they're working on PC first.
As far as you know, anyway.
Well, then you just take the PC version of Origins, and then there you go. It's the port.
Don't listen to him. He's insane.
Man, I'm in a hard spot. It's like, share button is would make my life so much easier if I could just get a PC and everything will be more awesome, like Terrafox. But that share button, man, it will make my life so much easier.
There is a share button on PC. You just have to get Fraps or some other.
That's not a button gamer. That's you have to render it afterwards because the files are not too large and yeah.
What are you talking about? It's rendered.
You have to optimize them.
What are you talking about?
They're ginormo files. And if you have a bandwidth cap and you're uploading stuff, it's headache.
You're going to be uploading on the PS4 as well.
Yeah, but it's probably not going to be as crazy as that. It's not as much of a headache. That's what I'm trying to say. Because if you capture video on PC, the files are large before you put them into a video editing thing to make it smaller and then more optimized, and then it's even, but then it's less, but then it's compressed, so it's so.
I think you're gonna be so disappointed with how the compression is gonna be on PS4.
We'll see.
We will see.
I'll go to Killzone Facebook to watch that video and see how it looks.
Don't believe their lies. You wait until the version's in your hands. You press a share button, and then you see it in action.
In any case, it might allow me to finally get HD videos easier, since I always have my stuff hooked up to SD now, so I could finally go HDMI and play and capture and upload, and not need the HDMI capture thingy. So yeah,
true.
I guess.
So it does solve a problem. Yes. Alrighty, time to sign off. RPG gamer, what do you have to say before we leave?
I don't know. I don't even know anymore.
New consoles.
Woo! New consoles. Boo!
Supposedly the new Xbox is going to be unveiled May 21st. As the rumor.
Wait, I thought it was April.
That's the rumor.
Yeah, well...
It was pushed back.
What? When?
Yesterday.
Last week.
Oh, man.
Well, that's the rumor. Been pushed to May 21st.
It's okay.
F an Xbox. Whatever. I won't get my hopes up anyway, so...
Yeah, me either.
That's a good thing, because they might explode your hopes.
Explode my hopes.
That. Last time I checked, they didn't have any awesome first-party games to make me get all excited about, oh, I can't wait to play that on Xbox.
You can't wait to play some Perfect Dark? Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay,
I don't know what that is.
And there was like that thing about like the whole trademark with Killer Instinct, so they might be bringing it back.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That was weird. It was like, why would they even...
That would be weird though, because Square's like not made anything for so long.
Particles up my anus, like
Wow.
full gore, getting created or something.
Well, I'm done. So...
It's gonna be Particle Fest, because that's next gen particles.
I just dropped my mic and walked off the stage. Done.
Alrighty. Well, I was gonna say something, but I completely forgot what it was. Oh yeah, okay. So basically, pro tip: if you're watching Netflix and you want to watch some X-Men cartoons, if you're watching X-Men Evolution, just skip to episode 6 because episode 1 through 5 all filler of introducing characters and like if you know the powers and crap, skip over.
But at the same time, though, they have to. It's like an establishing character moment for them in these episodes that you're saying to skip.
I know, but it's,
I think this is advice for people who know the characters.
I guess. I mean, I
don't
know
know
the characters, but I still.
Well, I guess you won't get you won't get like the characterizations of them. You will like over time anyway. So it's like if you know the powers, it's kind of like a half thing you need to know. It's like it's not really worth sitting through 80 minutes.
Just don't listen to
or 100 minutes of episodes.
Don't listen to them. Just watch them. don't. He's wrong.
All right. And then I cannot wait to share my stuff with my share button.
Oh my gosh! Seriously. I'm putting the share button on the suck list this week. All because of Tekken. I'm sorry.
Time to you fight like a Kurgan and run like a leopard, but you never be better than Commander Shepard. Pour one out because the trilogy's over and I'm sad.
Oh.
And just like Optimus Prime, I may be an Autobot on the outside, but I am black on the inside. Until next episode, or until you hear or see from us again, it's the Aimless Podcast. Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Look us up. And until next episode, we're now signing off.